Success. Agreement. Bitcoin.
traders? How does it feel like it is, 7 in the morning, but it feels like it's 9 o'clock on a Friday evening? You know what I mean? It is currently 7:27 in the morning, but it feels like it's a Friday at 9 p.m. Little loose. A little goosey right now, baby. I'm getting absolutely locked in. Locked in. We should be all set here, ready to rock. Also, heads up for every single person right now. You guys ask, and I deliver. What'd you guys ask for in the past? You guys have asked this before and said, hey, let's get better audio quality. So I went out and I purchased a $19,750 mic. Now I sound like a mixture of Justin Timberlake and, Chris Watson. Who's Chris Watson? I don't know. But you know what? I guarantee he has a gorgeous voice. Let's say Chris Stapleton. What else did you guys ask for? You guys asked for, hey, Deck, can we get 1080 HD? And you know what? We have, again, added that. So now if you guys are watching over on YouTube, you guys can click the little settings link, bump it on up to 1080 HD, so you can get more of this. You can get more of this more clearly. And I mean, I get it. People are saying, Deck, Chaz, Deck. We want to see you more clear. I want to be inspired. I want to be more motivated. Let me see you more clear. And I get it. Welcome to the big show. Here we go, baby. Here we go. We have 7:30 a.m. press release wave coming up in the next minute. As of now, we have SMR. It looks like it got acquired. I haven't checked it out yet. But let's see what we have on this day. Let's see if we're seeing anything spike or rip or run or pop and climb. I think right now we're pretty good. Right now I think we're pretty solid. But let's see if we get anything big at 7:30. If we do, I'm just going to pull the trigger, get ready to trade right away. If we can, I'm just going to pull the trigger, get ready to make money right away. If we can, I'm just going to pull the trigger, get after it within a second. Let me pop out my position box. Boom. Position box completely empty. 0 out of 0 today. Just want to make sure that you guys completely understand that. There is nothing I'm in on at this time. Let's see if anything big comes out at 7:30. SMTI. No. RIME. No. FGNXP. No. Here we go. We got phase news. SNGX. SNGX enrollment in milestone. That does not mean it has phase 3 trials or results. It's saying it has enrollment. Enrollment to start its phase 3. So SNGX right here is a 3-star press release because it does say the word phase 3. But at the same time here, traders, it is not phase 3 results. Does that make sense? So, right now, we are keeping our eyes peeled. We'll see if we get anything else that maybe can roll on out at 7:30. Maybe something that can maybe get a little bit of hype in action. Obviously, we're ready. What do we have? RIME. RIME, guys. RIME right here. So RIME is getting a little bit of hype at this moment. RIME did just come out right here. Traders, take a look right above me. It says RIME. It's only a 1-star press release. But you might say, well, Deck, if it's only a 1-star press release, why is it spiking so well? Because it came out with a 1,200% year over year. You guys see this right here? 1,200% year over year revenue growth. So even RIME is not the greatest press release in the world. It does have a super strong earnings right now. So RIME records a 1,200% year over year revenue growth in its third quarter 2025 financials. So this is the best press release over on the 7:30 a.m. press release wave. I would say let's keep it on watch to see if this one can get a break, can get some moves, can get some action behind it. So RIME, number 1 stock to focus on, number 1 stock to be looking at this time, seeing if this one is going to be able to start shooting back above 240. Still, regardless, would be a play. Again, you want to make sure that you guys are on top of and at least be aware of right here. So RIME, 7:30 press release wave. If that one starts breaking 240, we will definitely be aware of it. Other than that, do we have anything big? We got SMER, again, moving sideways. Whenever, again, a stock gets acquired, or usually when there's a merger, the stock is just going to move sideways the entire time. KZIA. KZIA, we take a look over on this play. KZIA had a spike last night, went from $6 up to $10, now sitting at $8.43. So if I'm taking a look over on KZIA here, was there news? There was news last night, guys. Little heads on up. KZIA, this was the number 2 top gainer in the stock market. Right at this moment, this might be my favorite press release at this time. So KZIA has gone from the price of $6, had it spiked up towards around the price of $10. $10 top resistance right here. $10 top resistance right here. And if you guys look over on Fox Runner at this moment, you guys can see, type in KZIA. So a lot of times I compare, if there's like a previous top gainer from last night or anything like that, I will look to see if there's news. Look what we had last night at the time of 4:15. KZIA did come out with a 3-star press release. The 3-star press release stated, KZIA achieves initial immune complete response in its TNBC, delivers again across breast cancer. So we have a low float stock that came out with cancer news last night. KZIA here, traders. This is one that, again, you should be on top of. This is a play that you should be looking at. This is a play that you should be fully aware of. So 3-star press release, KZIA. Again, how can we see this? Well, again, this is the number 2 top gainer with a low float. This is probably the stock that has the best setup at the moment. The stock that probably has the best opportunity to run and rip. If people start waking on up and asking themselves, hey, you know what? Let's see if this one can be able to start spiking. KZIA up near $10, things can get exciting, right? 1.8 million in float. Breast cancer news, drug treatments. We need to know about this now, right? There's going to be people that wake on up and aren't aware of this. There's going to be people that are waking on up and saying, oh, wow, I didn't know that was a thing. So this play, nice spike last night. We start getting close to $10. What are our options? You start getting close to $10. Number 1, my favorite option is go ahead and look for short entries. Where do you short? Short out again, top resistance. Where do you short? You short at top resistance. Where do you short? You short back up at top resistance. Place a stop loss at around like a new high, 10.30. You short at $10, you have a stop loss at 10.30. If you have 1,000 shares, you're willing to lose $300. As you guys can see though, the stock has gone from $10 all the way down to $8.40. So if you had 1,000 shares, that's $1,600. So let me ask you guys, is it good trading if we short at the highest level possible where it's been rejected 2 times in the past, and now you are risking to lose $300 to win $1,600? That's a great way to trade. Well, what is another way to be able to trade? You guys can see right here, $8. $8 is a great bounce play area. Notice what we have, bounce play right here, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. What do we notice over on this play? You can see clearly that we do have this 785, right here. That's going to be that next bounce play mark. So right here, KZIA wanting to see if this play has that dip buy, has that bounce play. KZIA bouncing, dipping, trying to see if this one is going to be able to move itself on up even higher. So that is a great way to be able to trade. I would always say avoid the middle. When you're looking for perfect entries every single morning, one of, if not the most important things to do every single day is avoid the middle. You might be saying, what are you talking about, avoid the middle? When you are trading stocks, there are areas of unpredictability. If you're asking me straight up, where are the areas that you can be successful? You can be successful if you look to short or if you look for a breakout within this mark. If you enter within the green square, you are entering at strong resistance where you are either going to get the breakout or you're going to get the reversal. The odds are you are going to get the reversal. Same exact thing if you take a look over here. Where is the best chance of success? The best chance of success is if you got filled on this play at the bottom where you have bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. If you wait until you get filled within this area, that is where you have the best chance of success. So where's the worst chance of success? The worst chance of success is where a stock goes up a little, comes down a little, goes down a little, comes up a little. Anything that is in between, there's no predictability. Anything that is in between, there's no predictability right here. There's no area that we could see at this moment. There's nothing that we have at this time with KZIA that shows where the good money is at. Good money is here, downside. here downside. Good money is here upside, here upside, here upside. That's the good money. Avoid the trouble. Where's the trouble? The trouble is the middle. So always think about that with trading. Something that I always like to do is place my super strong support lines, place my super strong resistance, and then figure out the best way to go from there. All right. Good job over on KZIA right now. Also, we still have RIME trying to move itself on up a little bit as well. So we do have RIME right here. That's a 2 million float stock. Unfortunately, it's starting to come back on down, starting to crash a little bit. So we don't have that mean hitter just yet. We don't have that mean hitter just yet. We don't have that number one stock just yet. Hey, traders, can I ask you guys a question? Can you smash that thumbs on up? Can you hit that subscribe button? Can you again turn on alerts so you never miss a beat? Can you guys again repost this over on X? If you guys are watching over on wherever. Let's go. What else do we have here? Let's head on over to Fox Runner. Something I like to do every single day is just to go through every single top gainer, every single alert they have here over on Fox Runners. This just fully prepares me for the day. So we already know about RIME. RIME came out at 7:30 in the morning, did come out with its strong earnings. Beautiful. What else do we have here? AZI. AZI, strong demand, signing off a $1 billion agreement. So AZI here, team, did have a press release, it seems like, AZI, but this is a lot smaller. So AZI here, traders, this isn't really anything that's on my personal radar just because it's only a 20-cent stock, right? So I'm not the biggest fan of just 20-cent stocks. I tend to stay away from them. Just a little heads up for you guys. So let's see what else we have other than that. KZIA, last night's spiker, that was alerted again early this morning. Great job. And what else do we have? Let's go down here a little bit. FOMC meeting minutes today. What should traders expect today? So again, I actually didn't even realize we had a Fed's meeting today. So today, the Federal Reserve will release the FOMC minute meetings. The report may sound formal, but it may move the market fast. Traders who watch the price action news events. So usually these comes out at around 8:30 a.m. So just a little heads on up for everyone. This usually will come on out at around 8:30 a.m. So that's going to be in about 50 minutes. In about 50 minutes, we'll have the FOMC meeting of its meeting minutes. This is not Jerome Powell speaking at 2 o'clock. Okay, this is not Jerome Powell coming out speaking at 2 o'clock dropping interest rates. That's in December. This is their, the government's back open now, right? So we get to get all this new data. We get to get the minute meetings. We get to get PPI inflation. We get to get CPI data. We get to get all this information once again. So today, we might get some good news. We might get some bad news in about 50 minutes. And that could definitely, move the market in one way or another. What else do we have here? Fed decision in December. It's almost a 50-50. It was crazy because in the past, there was a 90% chance that we were going to raise interest rate or cut interest rates. A 90% chance by 0.25%. That has drastically dropped. Drastically dropped, guys. All right, let's keep moving here. What do we have? This is also very interesting. Bitcoin is now down 1% year to date. Traders, Bitcoin is now in the red in 2025. What do you guys think about this? And again, this is why I like to go through this. It just kind of like opens up my mind. It keeps me aware of everything. Nothing's worse than being out of the loop. Nothing's worse than not being in the know. Nothing's worse than having everyone know what's going on and you don't. That's why every single morning I like to go through this and just catch up on every little thing that's important. If that's FOMC minute meetings, if that's all the hottest press releases so far today, if that is, of course, Bitcoin now in the red in 2025. Traders, since 2017, Bitcoin has seen 10 plus declines of 25% or more, 6 declines of 50% or more, 3 declines of 75% or more. Every single decline of the current magnitude of since Bitcoin's inception has been followed by record new highs. Disruption is not easy, but it pays when you can sound out the noise. This is a routine crypto bear market, which we believe is closer to the end than its beginning. So that's from the Kabasi letter there. But traders, you know what's nuts? The S&P 500 is up about 12% on the year. Bitcoin is now down 1%. So if you bought Bitcoin on January 1st, you would be slightly down at the moment. If you bought the S&P 500 on January 1st, you'd be up 12%. So there are years that Bitcoin runs 50% and the S&P 500 runs 20%. There are years, though, that the S&P 500 is up 12% and Bitcoin's down 30%, maybe 75%. So Bitcoin is a play that is much more volatile. You can make a lot of money in Bitcoin, but you have to, again, get in at a good entry and understand these 4-year cycles that usually happen. Oracle, traders, right now is a great time that people are talking about getting ready for dip buys. Dip buys across the board. Oracle AI investment flips. Oracle stock is losing money massively on AI investments. So right here, traders, Oracle is investing so much money into AI, and they are getting absolutely crushed by losing money every single month by not having their AI actually generate a profit yet. They're putting in lots of money, but they're not turning a profit just yet. So, I mean, would you guys like to take that bet? Would you like to take the bet over on ORCL, Oracle, that says, hey, you know what? Oracle has been absolutely dumping. Oracle has gone from 340 all the way down towards 200. Is now the time to buy Oracle, a company that has put more money into AI than almost every other company, but they're not turning a profit yet. So, does that mean the perfect dip buy is right around the corner? Because guess what? People were buying this play in September at 300, 345. It's now at 220. If you wanted to connect some dots here, the best dip buy would be back on down towards 195, 200, but we are close already. What I think people need to understand, what I think people need to realize, what a lot of traders don't get, and I hate this, I really do, and you have to change your mindset, is that when you see a play like ORCL here, and the majority of people, if you go on StockTwits, if you go on Twitter, if you go on Discord, if you go wherever, the majority of people are going to sit here and say, Oracle sucks. Oh, guys, this Oracle sucks. This Oracle is Oracle's the No, this is the time to get filled. This is the time to make money. This is the time to get a great entry. Someone posted a really funny, let me see right here. Someone posted a really funny image over on my Twitter, and I wanted to show it to you guys. I like this image, right? It's basically when a stock is at its highest point, the dummies buy. When the stock is at its lowest point, the geniuses buy. When everyone says a stock sucks and we know it's a Fortune 500 company, it's usually the best time to buy. When everyone says this stock, hey guys, you're still in early, don't worry, it's all the way at record highs, you're in early, you usually get a big pullback. When everyone says the stock sucks, it's usually the best time to buy. So it's like, understand that. Is Oracle a bad company? No. But again, they're just having a hard little 2 months, 3 months right here. But it's usually a great time to get filled. Same exact thing with maybe Meta. Meta, guys, having a hard time right now. Meta, again, starting to drop. If Meta can come on down towards like sub or near 500, that's going to be a great dip buy opportunity, right? So we're always just staying ready. We want to make sure that you guys understand that. Like, look at, just as I'm talking about this, Meta, one of the most dominant stocks to watch. So Meta cracks 600, investors are looking for entries. Meta stands as one of the most dominant stocks due to its unparalleled control over social media and digital advertising ecosystems. With over 3.2 billion monthly active users across its apps, which is Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger. They almost have a global monopoly on social media and also all the ads that run through social media. So Meta revenue continues to climb. Its daily active people continue to climb. EPS continue to climb. Now, the thing is, traders, a lot of people say, I don't use my Facebook anymore. I don't use Facebook. I don't do that anymore. It doesn't matter if you use Facebook. Do you use Instagram? Yeah. Do you use Snapchat? Yeah. Do you ever use Messenger sometimes? Sometimes. Do you ever use Snapchat, Instagram, WhatsApp? WhatsApp? A lot of people use that for, again, texting. Yeah. Again, they put ads on all those. They own all of those. So it's not just Facebook. It's a lot of popular social media. So make sure you understand there are dip buy opportunities. Doesn't just have to be ORCL. Doesn't have to just be, again, Meta. But there are dip buy opportunities. I mean, you guys can get ready for maybe Palantir. Palantir coming on down. Getting ready for that possible dip buying opportunity. Those are absolutely fantastic. Those are absolutely great. Those are things that we want to be focusing on. What else do we want to be looking at here, traders? Let's keep going. Fear and greed index, but mostly fear. Extreme fear hits single digits. The fear and greed index falls to 9, the lowest level since April 11th. Okay, guys, this is amazing. This is incredible. You might say, what do you mean? Extreme fear, the sentiment has seen at the April 2025 bottom. Yet the S&P 500 is down 4% from its record highs and up 37% since the April low. So this is the fear and greed index. We can see there is max fear. We are at a 9 right now. Now, when was the last time we were at a 9? April. Okay, let's take a look. S&P 500. Last time we were at a 9 was here. Guys, I don't mean to be rude, but are we freaking stupid? Are we freaking idiots? If we see this, and again, I'm trying to just get this into your mind. When you see max fear, everyone's selling. Everyone's selling, they panic. As people panic, stocks drop. As stocks drop, it's usually the best dip buy opportunity. Don't be the sheep in the stock market. In the stock market, oh, you're selling? Why? Oh, I'm scared I'm going to lose my money. Oh, me too. I'm going to sell. And then again, you sell, and it's usually the best dip buy opportunity. I am not saying today is the bottom. I am not saying that. But I'm saying if we already see Fortune 500 companies having pullbacks, there could be amazing opportunities to get filled. Last time we were this low was April. Well, what happened in April? We hit a bottom and then we shot all the way up for the last 6 months. So please understand something. I am not a fortune teller. I cannot predict what's going to happen today, tomorrow, next week. But what I can say is what I've seen in the past. So, can I predict that a 2008 recession has just started? No. Can I predict that we're going to fall 35%? No. Can I predict that this is going to be, again, a bounce right back on up in the next few days? No. But what I can predict is that nearly every single time we have seen a pullback in the history of the stock market, it has always been a dip opportunity. So if you look at the last 15 years, the S&P 500, perfect dip buy, perfect dip buy, perfect dip buy, perfect dip buy, perfect dip buy. Now, yes, the 50-month moving average is usually the perfect dip buy, the 50-month moving average. And that's a very long way to go. But I would say just because we have a couple little red candles doesn't mean we're going to be falling all the way to the 50-month moving average. Sure, we might fall on down to like 620. If you want to wait a little bit more, that's fine. I don't mind if you wait a little bit more. Just don't be a person that's saying, I'm selling because I think it's going to be the massive dump. Every time people have gotten scared, it bounces right back up. Okay? And we see that over and over and over again. And I've seen that, over and over and over again here. But this is where the fear comes in. Take a look at this chart, everyone. This is a very cool chart, I think. When we take a look at this chart, and I'm going to move it so you guys can see, this is right here. As of November 18th, the S&P 500 is on track to have its worst November since 2008. In 2008, we saw some ugly drops, as we know. We saw January. We saw June. We saw September, October, November. We saw some ugly drops in 2008. Now, let's take a look at 2025. 2025, 3% drop. I mean, we had a 5% drop in April and a 3% drop. And the reason why I'm kind of doing this is because you guys can look over on your Fox Runner. I know like the majority of people use Fox Runner. So just click the news alerts and you guys will have it. But this is the worst November. Usually, again, November is a green month. Usually November is nothing but green. But this is the worst November since 2008. Is there any correlation? Again, that's up to you, right? But you know what? Even though that is very fearful, I thought this was very interesting as well. Let's put the AI bubble into perspective against other AI bubbles. So these charts right here show us, right, the climb of the Great Depression, the climb of the gold boom, the climb of the Japan asset price bubble, the climb of the dot-com bubble, the climb of the US housing bubble, the climb of China stock market bubble. Look at where we're at compared to other bubbles. I've said this before in the past. I've said, hey, I think we are in 1997 of the 2000 dot-com bubble. I think we have another 2 to 3 years before the bubble actually pops. So I am not going to be sitting on the sidelines. I'm not going to be sitting on the sidelines and sitting here and saying, oh guys, the bubble's going to pop any day. And it goes up higher, 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 and it goes up higher. I'm not doing that. I do believe that yes, at 2028, we're going to see the market probably pop, and I do think we will see a drop, and I do think we could see another like recession. I do think that could happen. But look how early we are. Now you might be saying, why are we starting in 2022? Well, what came out in 2022? We can't just pick a random date. So why 2022? 2022 is when ChatGPT was first released, aka the start of artificial intelligence, the start of AI, the start of the users in the world using this. On average, what can you guys see right here? We are surpassing 50 months or so before a bubble happens. So a bubble, when we talked about the Great Depression, was almost 100 months. You guys could see, again, gold boom. That was up towards around 50 months. You could see that was up towards 100 months. This is closer to 75 months, right? If we have 12, 24, 48, like we're still very early. We're around 48 months in. The average bubble pops around 75 months. So you can see we don't have to be nervous. We don't have to be fearful. We're just putting all the pieces together of this puzzle to be able to say to ourselves, hey, let's not be fearful. Let's understand average bubble pops after around 75 months. Right now, we are having a dip buy opportunity. There is some AI fear, but again, that fear again is leading towards the 9 on the fear and greed index. With that fear and greed index, we know that so many stocks are falling for dip buy opportunities. As we're seeing these dip buy opportunities, let's not be part of the people that run away and panic. Let's be part of the people that go ahead and pull the trigger and make that money. So, I will tell you right now, today, I am wiring $70,000 to my retirement fund. My retirement fund that I cannot get out of. My retirement fund that is set in stone until I'm 60 years old. And I'm putting $70,000 into the market coming on up. So again, the way this works, just a little heads on up, is I wire this $70,000 to my financial advisor, who again manages my financial retirement account. And we're going to have a phone call later today, and we're going to get involved in our stocks. So the thing is, people always ask me this question. They say, hey, if you're so great at stock trading, why do you have a financial advisor? Why does Tiger Woods have a golf coach? Why does Tom Brady have a fitness trainer? Why does a chess player have a coach? Because guess what? I am one man. I am one man who knows a lot about day trading, who knows a lot about stock trading. But you know what? I want to know if there's any certain ETFs or maybe some mutual funds or maybe some things that I am not aware of for retirement. That is not my expertise for retirement. I can definitely pick, maybe some more volatile plays I like. I could definitely focus on growth for my retirement. I could definitely focus on, again, a few plays that I like, but I want to hear his thoughts as well. As in, oh yeah, hey, he thinks this is good. This is something that produces on average, 7% every year, no matter what. Okay, let's throw some money over in there. So remember, I have my Cobra account. Remember, I'll do a prop firm tournament, but at the same time, I want to make sure when I'm 60 years old and I can touch this money, there's $3, $4, $5 million in there, because I started when I was 30. I again had the right team around me, and now again when I turn 60 years old, I don't have to work another day in my life. That's where I want to go. That's where I want to get to. And I've encouraged this to so many people to start as early as you can. Even if you put $100 into a retirement account today, that can compound. Hey, put $1,000, $4,000 a year. If you could take out again $200 every month, you're putting in again a few grand every year. When you're 60, you will say, I'm so happy I did that. Guys, I'm 30 years old, 32. I know in 28 years, the stock market will be higher than where it is right now. And when I have the money, when I have these funds available, I don't want to go out and buy a supercar. I don't want to go out and buy bottle service. I don't want to go out and buy something I'm going to say, why the heck did I buy that? I want to take this money, put it into retirement, and know that I'm set. Know that it's going to compound over the next 28 years. So that's very important. But, these are the top things right here, traders. And again, this is why it is so awesome. Kicking off every day, every morning, my routine is come over here to the news alerts tab, and just going through it all. And now look how good I feel on this day. Let's see if we're in the AI bubble. Understanding again, what's happening over on these charts, where the fear and greed index is, what we have on, again, a possible Meta bounce play, what we have with a possible Oracle bounce play, what we're seeing at this moment with Bitcoin falling 1%. All the top gainers of yesterday, all the top losers of yesterday. We have a FOMC minutes meeting at 8:30 in about 30 minutes from here. We do have all the news, all the headlines we want to be looking at going into today. We do have KZIA with news last night, AZI with news, RIME with earnings, Nvidia with its earnings tonight. This must have just gotten posted. Nvidia set to report earnings tonight. These could move by the results. So again, as I always say, shout out to the Fox Runner team. Again, these guys do tremendous. Shout out to the Fox Runner team here for always, again, just doing an absolutely tremendous job. And as I posted last night, I am so excited for their app. They, again, reached out to me yesterday and said the app, they're just waiting on approval. So waiting on approval from the Apple Store, and we will be all set, ready to go. So that is going to be great. That is going to be awesome. That is going to be absolutely incredible. And I posted this yesterday here, traders, and as you guys know, I work with a lot of different teams, but what we have right here with Fox Runner says mobile app update. Our app has been sent to the Apple Store for approval. Once accepted, it will be live for all users. This will be the first app in the world to give a real-time news scanner on your phone. We are very excited to experience push alerts as well. Fox Runner will be releasing the first version of our mobile app shortly. This will include a real-time news scanner, top gainers, top losers, live data, and push alerts on desired keywords. Each user will be able to select keywords they would like to be notified on. The moment a press release is available to the public, which contains your keyword, you will get a push alert sent directly to your phone. Yes, we are going to be one of the first scanners in the world to offer real-time news and push alerts. They also said it's not going to be on the first version. On the second version is when they're going to add the Fox Runner news alerts. So the first version is just going to be keywords. The second version is going to be all the Fox Runner put news alerts that come on out. So that's going to be awesome. I'm pumped for that. I know, again, they're having Black Friday sales also. So make sure you guys are ready to rock and roll. Let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to get ourselves jacked on up here. So now, 7:59. Yeah, a lot of people say, Deck, what do you use Fox Runner for? Well, I use it for news. I use it for preparation. And also, again, some people say, well, whenever I see news, stocks spike too quickly. Well, if stocks spike too quickly for me, well, again, then it just becomes the target to short. So either I do get in quick enough, or again, I have a target to short, or at least I'm aware of the best top gainers every day where I can look for dip buys and bounce plays. So I have, again, opportunity no matter what. No matter what, I have opportunity on every single move, every single thing. All right, traders, we have news coming on up in 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock news is happening. 8 o'clock news is here. EPWK already getting some action. EPWK here. Guys, EPWK 135 up to $2. EPWK is already starting to spike. So again, we can put that up on the top level too. EPWK. Keep that one on watch. Now let's see if there is any sort of big news. Lithium Resources, FEAM. I just want to see FEAM real quick. FEAM, no. Receives an award over on CVKD. Traders, let's see what gets the buying volume. Let's see what gets the buying volume here. Bitcoin play has a contract power conversion for commercial power plant. Oh, OKLO. Guys, OKLO. This is a little bit of a bigger play. Oklo. Getting a little bit of a spike right here. Does have good news. This is one of my long-term investments as well. But Oklo signs a binding contract to expedite pro-current power conversion system for the commercial power plant. So a little heads on up. Oklo is getting some hype right now. Oklo is getting some momentum. We also, guys, you guys see anything else spiking? Oklo seems like it's one of the best ones right now. That is, this is actually one of the plays I own in my retirement account. Little heads on up. So I would say the two plays as of this moment is EPWK, and also OKLO. Let's see if we get a little bit of a smaller play going on a crazy spike and rip and run. Yesterday was a little bit slow after we saw the pre-market move on down. After pre-market kind of died on off, things get a little bit slower. And the reason why things got slower is because we are seeing a falling market. And on top of that here, traders, we do have AI earnings tonight. Basically, when I say AI earnings, I'm talking about Nvidia. Nvidia is AI. If, again, Nvidia has good earnings, I do think this whole entire market shifts back on up and everything starts looking great. If we start seeing, though, hey, things are not doing as well. We're not seeing, again, big rips, runs, spikes, and climbs. Things could start fading and falling, absolutely. Do we have any quick little pops right here? STEC, no. EPWK. EPWK is a good one. 840K in float. But then on top of that, guys, we do have OKLO, which did just come out with some good news as well. All right. I don't know if we have anything too big just yet here, though. I mean, we could take a look. Let's turn our attention to EPWK. EPWK right here. Stock has gone from 130, spiked up to 240. Any news alert on this by chance? There's EPWK, yeah. So EPWK, guys, does have 3 strategy segments for synergistic growth, building new pattern for its sustained expansion. So EPWK did come out with a press release, as you guys can see, which is leading towards the stock getting this spike and rip and run at this time. So EPWK does have some momentum behind it at this moment, with OKLO as like the second best press release. But at the same time, let's remember, you know, OKLO, that is a much larger play right now. I'm trying to pinpoint. I want to find something that's a little bit more volatile. I want to find something that's a little bit quicker. I want to find something that's, you know, a little bit better at this moment. EPWK, this one might just start crashing back on down. Let's add the VWAP indicator. See where the VWAP's at. This looks like one of those plays that's just going to spike and dump. You know, EPWK does have resistance up near around 178. 178 is the VWAP. If that thing starts cracking, we could just fall right back down to 140. It's not a bad play. I just feel like there's not enough hype for me to get excited about it. You know what I mean? It's not a bad play. It just doesn't seem like there's enough hype for me to get too excited about this play. $804 in the market. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for everyone who's joining us on this day. Can you guys smash that thumbs on up, hit that subscribe button? How you guys feeling over on this Tuesday? What's today? Is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. Is it? No, it's Wednesday. Guys, how you feeling today over on this Wednesday? Guys, let's have some fun today. Every minute that goes by, let's lose an article of clothing. Let's do it. Let's get a little, you and I together. Every minute that goes by, oopsie. Oopsie. All right. Basically, if my calculations are correct, we have 4 minutes until I'm just naked on stream. So, you know what? We're going to save that for a different day. What I will say, I don't know where you guys are at today, but I got a good feeling about today. You know why? Today, I woke up to an absolutely beautiful winter glaze. Right now, I'm looking out the window. Looking out into the city. Snow everywhere. There's little kids sledding down the hill over there. There's some guy walking with a big Christmas present. He's right over there. Looking out the window at this moment, I'm seeing taxis go by, people waving them down, wearing, again, nice mink coats, jumping on in. It's beautiful. It's Christmas time, baby. Today's the first day that we got this nice snow frosting, this nice snow glazing. It's going to be one of those days that we do get really pumped about. Jason says, did you get your hair done? It looks a little different. Guys, I brought this up yesterday, and I will say this. I did go, and it's a little embarrassing, okay? It's a little embarrassing. So I did head over to Turkey over the weekend, and I did the hair plug thing, you know, where I just don't want to go bald, you know? So a lot of people say it looks great. A lot of people say it looks natural. A lot of people say, again, like, you know, you look fantastic. But there's, I will say, you know, there's some haters as well that says, Deck, that doesn't look natural at all. And you know what? It's none of your fucking business. I mean, yes. I mean, I did have a coupon for it. So maybe that was my mistake. If you're going to get a hair transplant, maybe don't use a coupon or a place that doesn't accept coupons. But it's done. It's set. We're here for life. I think I look fantastic. And again, this is no longer Sean Deckmar. I've changed everything here, guys. You guys can call me Chaz now. I am changing my name to Chaz Michael Burry. You guys can call me CMB if you would like. I appreciate you, Brian. So I will say this. I did start a Twitch channel. Never done it before. Never started Twitch, never done it before in my last, 8 years of stock trading. But you know what? I just started a Twitch channel. So if you guys are over on Twitch, go ahead and check me out. Check me out. No, don't check me out like that. Stop. Stop. Guys, don't check me out. I mean, but like, check it out. Check it out. But like, no, not like, not like that. All right, here. EPWK. Brian, that's actually where I just found you over on Twitch. Hey, I appreciate that. Maybe, again, Twitch is finally getting their game right and pumping me up. Pump me up! EPWK, we're going to see what we have here. EPWK, we're going to see if this thing can break through $2. See if this thing can start moving. So EPWK, see if this one's going to be able to squeeze and break through $2. Remember, EPWK did have a press release this morning. So what's the press release? Remember, we get all the news alerts right here. As long as you have this, you're all set. EPWK says it's synergistic growth, sustainable expansion. As investors, we absolutely love seeing when a company is expanding, when a company is growing, when a company is gaining more revenue, when a company has partnerships, when a company is expanding in any way. It's better. Because when you expand, you're moving forward. You're getting more revenue. You're getting more growth. If I'm investing into a company, I don't want it standing still. So it's very simple a lot of times. When we're talking about our keywords, hey, what are the keywords to look for in stock trading? What are the keywords that get traders excited? Remember, team, it all comes on down to just positive words. Positive words that bring in hype, positive words that bring in momentum, positive words that traders are truly going to be excited about. You know, we look at keywords here from Fox Runner. It's positive results, positive top-line data, significant results, demonstrates positive treatments, has an agreement with a better company, has a partnership, a collaboration, has improvements on its drug results, has successful contracts that have come on through, has increased its database, has been awarded for its program, has top-of-the-line endpoints, has demonstrated that they had success, has significantly reduced their cost balance sheet, has had whatever. Like, these are words that get traders excited. These are words that make people, again, jump up and dance. And I like dancing. Just like everyone does. Right now, we do have EPWK. Take a look at EPWK. A lot of strong resistance right at this. Lot of strong resistance right at $2. EPWK, top resistance fade, top resistance fade, top resistance fade. EPWK, high watch and high alert. Deck, what's the name on Twitch? Chaz Michael Burry. So type in Chaz Michael Burry over on Twitch and you got me. So let's get ready for a big day ahead. Guys, here we do have EPWK. EPWK, we're looking for our first trade of the day. Hopefully we get a couple little stragglers coming through around 8:15. Let's also head on over to CNBC.com. I always like to kind of just jump over to CNBC and kind of see what we have going on with current events and in the news. It says Target cuts profit outlook as shoppers look for deals, making fewer trips. Mortgage rates hit highest level in a month, pushing loan demand down. We do have Lowe's beats quarterly sales. Larry Summers resigns from OpenAI board after release with Epstein. Okay, there's some crazy things going on. We do have stock futures rise with Nvidia earnings ahead. This is the biggest thing about tonight. If there's one thing that you can take out of today, one thing, guys, is the fact that Nvidia does have its earnings tonight. As Nvidia has earnings tonight, This is going to be the make or break. Make or break. If Nvidia comes out with bad earnings tonight, we will be seeing a big drop in the market. Because basically, we have seen Palantir have a drop after its earnings. Oracle has a drop after its earnings. Meta has had a drop after its earnings. We have been seeing a lot of AI-based stocks start fading and falling. We have seen, if we take a look right now, guys, we've seen NBIS, one of the greatest plays of 2025, start fading and falling and dropping and start getting weaker. We have seen, other than NBIS, we have seen IREN, a data center play. Data centers have been fading and falling and dropping, getting weaker. Do you know what's going to help this market? If head honcho, Baba Ganoush, comes on out. We're talking about Nvidia. We're talking about Jensen Huang, baby. He comes on out and he says, hey, we beat earnings. We could see this entire market turn around. There's fear only until there's light. There's fear only until there's a reason not to be scared. And tonight, Nvidia might change this entire market. The world's most valuable company. More valuable than Apple, more valuable than Microsoft, more valuable than Google. Nvidia has its earnings tonight. And as you guys can clearly see and state right here, it just comes on down to scroll on down right here. Nvidia's earnings. These stocks could move right here. So again, Nvidia earnings. Nvidia is set to report its earnings today. These stocks could be moved by the results. So the largest company in the world is set to do earnings tonight. Nvidia, largest company in the world. Stocks closely tied to Nvidia earnings. So if Nvidia earnings come out well, let's say everything's good, AMD could spike. TSM, who they buy their chips off of, can spike. SMCI can spike. AVGO, MU, Intel can spike. Google, Microsoft, Meta could spike. So we could see a lot of action on a lot of these plays here. TSM could get ready for a big bounce play. AMD could get ready for a bounce play because over the past month, everything has been fading and falling. Has anyone ever looked into, if you guys ever want to dive into the rabbit hole is all about TSM. TSM has probably the biggest rabbit hole that you could ever do. Guys, tonight, I'll tell you right now, okay? I don't know how you guys work, but I will say tonight, lock the door, close the shutters, light a few candles, turn off the lights, and just type in Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing AI. And start just diving into the rabbit hole here. And what you will find is that the entire AI market, the entire trillion dollars of artificial intelligence is only held up by TSM. Did you guys know that TSM is the only company in the world that produces chips for artificial intelligence? You might say, no, Deck, that's not true. What about AMD? What about Nvidia? Guys, they buy the shells of the chips and then they program the chips. So again, when they have their Blackwell, when they have this or that, they are again getting the chips and then they do the programming and then they sell them on out. So they're basically saying like, hey, this is ours. It's not really ours. They again have the programming that's theirs, but they didn't build the actual chip. So I don't know if you know this or not, but TSM is the only company in the entire world that has actual chips of AI. Now, why is that scary? Well, what if all of a sudden, and this is in Taiwan, what if all of a sudden TSM gets shut down? What if all of a sudden something bad happens to TSM? What if, again, what people always say is what if China invades Taiwan? What if China says one day we are going to invade Taiwan and we want to make it ours? Guys, what would happen to TSM, to Nvidia, to AMD, to Google, to Meta, to every company that has put billions of dollars into AI? The entire market would collapse. The global economy would collapse off of this one company. And I know that sounds a little like fear-mongering, but it's not. TSM is the only chip company in the entire world that actually produces chips. Intel, they try, they kind of mess up all the time. It's TSM, it's the only one. There's no one else in the world, which is why people talk about this company so much. No one can produce the way that TSM produces. Isn't that kind of crazy to think about? Isn't that wild to think about? So what I mean by that is, you guys ever see this video before? You guys ever see like this? You guys ever see one of those videos that you just kind of look inside of a chip? And this is what I'm talking about. Here's a chip. Let's dive into the microscope of it. Are you guys ready to take this journey with me? Look at it. So we zoom in on a chip and we say, oh, wow, that's interesting. You know what? We have all these little, gold plates here. Cool. What are those? But let's zoom in on that gold plate. Wow. There's actually a lot going on with that gold plate. There's like gold plates inside of these. And look at these little chips right. How the heck are we even designing this? What instrument is made? What the heck? There's like little pipes. There's little pipes within, again, the gold chips of the gold chips. Don't go even farther. You're telling me there's little pipes inside the little pipes of the little pipes? There can't be anything. There's little boxes. We can't go any farther. How is this possible? Guys, how is that even possible, though? Like, that's the crazy thing. Right? That's the crazy thing right here. How is this even possible? There's only one company in the entire world that can actually do this. Not Google, not Meta, not Apple, not Nvidia, not AMD. It's only TSM. Pretty crazy to think about, right? So that's why this is the most important company in artificial intelligence, but also the most feared if all of a sudden something bad happened. So TSM, definitely keep your eyes peeled on that one as we get ready for earnings tonight. So what is expected from Nvidia earnings? Expectations are high. Option traders are expecting an 8% move in either direction following the announcement. Analysts widely anticipating earnings per share of around 125 to 126 on a revenue of approximately 54.9 billion. Nvidia is expected to report strong results for its fiscal quarter 3 2026. Strong data center results. This is my fear. My fear is that Nvidia is hyped up so much, it's hard to live up to expectations. Now, I will say, Nvidia has done such an incredible job on the fact that they consistently, right? They are consistently doing great with their earnings. But you know what's the issue? Let's think about this in a different manner. Let's think about this in a different manner. Let's imagine that you are a person right now that has a buddy and you just went to go, let's just say you had there was a restaurant. Let's make it easy. There's a restaurant. And you say, this is going to be the greatest steak of your life. And your friend gets a little excited. And he goes, whoa, really? And you say, no, bro, you're not even understanding. It is going to be the greatest steak of your entire life. Yeah, I get it. Like, no, bro, you don't fucking understand. This is going to be, you're going to stick this steak in your mouth. And you are going to start watering, salivating. You are going to never want to leave. You are going to want to give up the kids. Sell them off so that you can go ahead and buy more steak. And you're like, okay, this steak is going to be pretty good. So basically, the expectations are so high for this steak that if they are not anything short of the best thing you've ever had in your mouth, right? Guess what? It's going to live down. You might say, it was okay. Basically, that's the same exact thing with Nvidia here. Nvidia, what we have at this moment is expectations are so high, they need to exceed your already extremely high expectations. You might say to yourself, hey, Nvidia might come out with great earnings. Even if they're great, that's not good enough. Because Nvidia has this reputation of always being amazing. And that's kind of tough. It's tough to have that expectation that everything is amazing. Like, I'm just thinking like a way to put this is, it's like, I like Morgan Wallen. Do you guys like Morgan Wallen? I like Morgan Wallen. His first album was great. His second album was spectacular. And then his third album came out again. Expectations are so damn high. It was going to be the best thing ever. And it was okay. And I'm sure it was like a good album, but I was just expecting I don't know, even better and better and better. And I think it's hard. You kind of put yourself in a trap when everyone expects the best of the best of the best and it never stops. That if you don't, again, somehow over-deliver, you under-deliver. So that makes it very, very difficult. So right now, that is a Nvidia and where we are at. And I apologize if you heard some barking. In the office, we do have a 120-pound purebred German Shepherd. His name is Samson von Hausen Geishenwolf Michael Dekmar. That's his full name. He's royalty in Siberia. If I was going to purchase a pet, it was going to be Siberian royalty in the paw family, in the dog family, the canine family. Samson von Hausen Geischerwolf Michael Dekmar. He's a good boy. We love him. Here we go, baby. Take a look like this. Which stock will do this tomorrow after Nvidia? This is such like an absurd picture. Can we just take a second and just talk about how absurd this picture looks? BMNR, VIX, Nvidia, IREN, data center play, SQQ, CRWV, BMNR. A lot of people again talk about BMNR. BMNR is a Tom Lee play. Again, BMNR, this is a bit mining. Anyone in on Tom Lee's Bitmine BMNR? So BMNR, cryptocurrency stock. This is what people would say the future. When Bitcoin is up, BMNR goes up. BMNR, one of those plays, Tom Lee, very popular, very successful investor. He is part of the BMNR team. BMNR is going to be like a treasury of cryptocurrency. They are focused mostly on Ethereum. A lot of Wall Street, or at least what we hear about Wall Street, is they are not the biggest Bitcoin fanatics. They are more focused over on Ethereum. Ethereum has to do with the blockchain. Ethereum is where the Wall Street is essentially building their network on. I am not a Bitcoin hater in any way. I like Bitcoin. I 100% like Bitcoin. I think if you're in on Bitcoin, you make lots of money. You can again say, Deck, I've made a living off Bitcoin. That's incredible. I do not hate it in any sort of way. There's just one major flaw for me. There's one major flaw. And this is not saying I don't like it. I do like Bitcoin. But there is one thing that I always have kept in the back of my mind. And the one thing I keep in the back of my mind is I have never in my life purchased anything with Bitcoin. Neither do I know anyone who has ever purchased anything with Bitcoin. No one actually uses it in any way. People just buy it, hoping that more people buy it, and it goes on up. Now, I know that sounds like a very hater-like statement, but it's not. Again, that's just my opinion. Now, again, Bitcoin is great. I like Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin has been an amazing investment and has changed, again, hundreds of millions of people's lives and has made people so much money, and Bitcoin is incredible. But the number one thing out of all crypto is I want to see more utility, real life utility. Sure, we say crypto, we say Bitcoin, we say Ethereum, we say Solana. People are like, oh, I use Solana to do what? To buy more meme coins? Oh, hey, I use Ethereum to do what? Buy NFTs, to buy pictures of monkeys? You know? So it's like, I love crypto. And I know you might not believe me right now, but I do. I do enjoy it. But I like to think of both sides. And again, the thing that has always bugged me is I want someone going out and purchasing groceries with Ethereum. I want someone going out. I want it to turn into a normal thing. But it's been years. And every year people say, oh, utility's coming. And it just never has so far. And that's the only thing that kind of always gets me a little bit. Right? Always gets me a little bit. Now, I will say, ORBS, this is the only stock right here. Or is it Orb? No, I think it's ORBS, right? Right here, traders, this is one of the only plays that I actually And Sam Altman, this is the only one that I'm like, all right, hey, you know what? I understand the real life utility behind it. Remember, what is ORBS? Sam Altman, and again, I'm not in on this play. I'm just kind of explaining that at least I like the utility. Sam Altman, people say this guy created artificial intelligence. He created ChatGPT. He is the CEO of OpenAI. He right here thinks that AI is going to be a massive problem in the future. What's going to be the problem? The problem is online, no one's going to know anything that's real or anyone's going to know anything that's fake. You just won't. With artificial intelligence, anyone can copy things that we can't even think of yet. Anything on the internet can be copied and replaced by AI. You and your videos and deep fakes and Sora, it could all be fake. So what is very important coming up in the future? What's very important is having truth to you, knowing that you are verified, you are real. So what did Sam Altman create? Sam Altman, the guy who created AI, says we have now created these orbs. And what these orbs are is you scan your eyes, you scan your retinas, and then you get an app on a little like license on your phone that says you are verified, that you are real. Now they say after you scan it, you get 30 seconds to scan your phone where you get your own license, and then it's deleted. So no one has it in the world. It's deleted, it's gone forever. Now, is that true or not? I don't know. But I will say, they say you get it, it's deleted, and you are the only person in the world with your license, with your verified, again, a card, which shows that, hey, this is now you. All right? So I'm going to keep going on this in a second. Let's just see if there's any news at 8:30 first. So again, let's leave that. Let's see if there's any news at 8:30 first. So let's hold on here. Let's see what we got. Guys, smash that thumbs up if you haven't shared the live stream. Go ahead and print out flyer saying Dex Live right now. Post it around. Make sure we're all set. Let's see if we get anything at 8:30. Come on, Fox Runner. Give us something good. Come on. Come on, Foxy. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Here we go. 8:30 news. Acquisition. JTAI has an acquisition. Might start getting a little spike. Let's see if we get anything big. Awarded. Compliance. Come on now. Leadership. Nothing big yet. Nothing big yet here, traders. Hold on. Come on now. Active Trader says SCMR. Again, this one, Adobe said on Wednesday it reached a deal to acquire search engine marketing company. Yep, again, SCMR just kind of moving sideways, though. Unfortunately, we can't trade SMER. Guys, BMNR, Legendary Tom, Strategic Advisor. Sometimes when you add someone to your team, it does, help. BMNR. We were actually just talking about that one. No news as of yet. No news as of right now. All right, guys, unfortunately, no news as of now. Let's watch the news scanner, though. Let's watch the news scanner. If something starts taking on off, I'm not seeing anything too big at this moment. Do you guys got anything? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything just yet. And I think, again, the reason why we're not seeing much is just because all focus and all eyes are waiting on Nvidia tonight. Once again, Nvidia happens. Once Nvidia goes through, we should be all set. Now, also, the S&P 500, we might get a spike here. The FOMC minutes probably just came on out. So FOMC minutes meeting is out right now. And again, we could see the S&P 500 start squeezing and spiking if there is some good news over there. Okay? But let's get back to our talk because I was kind of like, feeling that talk here a little bit. So traders, what were we saying here? We were saying that Sam Altman has created a massive problem. He has created that AI has turned into such a big thing that we will not know what's real or fake. So these orbs right now are going around where people are now scanning their retinas and getting their identification card. Basically, an AI-proof card that says you are real. Now, do I think that this is important? Absolutely, guys. I do think that this is important. Now, what is the weird thing or kind of the cooler thing about this? The cooler thing about this is that they want to give incentives. They want to make you sign up because guess what? Not a lot of people want their cornea scanned. And be able to, and they might say, no, you know what? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this in any way. So what they're doing is they've created this cryptocurrency called WorldCoin. Now, again, disclaimer, I am not in on this at all. I'm not in on this in any way. But what you guys can see is for every person that scans their eyes, they get an X amount of WorldCoin. So basically, if you go and sign up for, again, the orb and you scan your eyes, they are going to give you WorldCoin, which means, hey, scan your eyes will give you 1,000 WorldCoin. Now, let's say every person in the world, this catches on. Let's say this catches on and every person in America does this. So basically, you are going to get paid to do it. You basically get shares of a company to do it. So the people who do it now, the people who do it early, are getting free money. Hey, if I go scan my eyes, I get 1,000 WorldCoin at 66 cents. What happens if all of a sudden, losing our biometrics becomes a very big issue? AI starts taking over. No one knows what's real. No one knows what's fake. No one can actually identify or verify who you are. So guess what happens? This catches on. And now it goes from $1 to $2 to $10 to $20 to $50 to $100. So now people are realizing, wow, people who got their eyes scanned, they got in at $1. Now it's at $1.50. Now it's at $2. People are making $500, $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, maybe $100,000 because they did it early. That's the idea. And at least, again, as I said before, I like crypto. Let's get that through your brain. I like crypto. But I think it's cool, at least, that this has a real utility. There's a real product that's going to be used in real life, and there's a great incentive that if you do it, we will give you money. Now, who knows? And I went over this to the Tradecaster chat like 2 weeks ago. What is the most popular company in the world that does this already that you already know about? And that is Clear. Has anyone gone to an airport before? And have you ever seen that security line go for an hour and you say, I cannot believe this. I'm going to miss my flight. I'm going to miss my flight here. Or you can go ahead and do the Clear. Now, this is what I do. I do this. Now, what is this for anyone who does not go to airports? You sometimes have to wait in a security line for an hour, 2 hours. Clear is going to be this little device right here. And this little device, there's barely anyone ever there. You get to skip the hour-long wait. Put, again, your face right next to it. It scans your face and it says, you are who you are. It's the same exact thing as the ORBS. So basically, people are giving up their biometrics so we can get and catch our flight. We are giving up our biometrics so we don't have to wait for a 2-hour line. We are giving up our biometrics so we have convenience. Some people are really against that, saying, I don't want to give up my biometrics. Guys, people don't want to give up their biometrics, but you don't worry. The world already has everything on you, right? So the thing is, I do this all the time. I go, it scans again, it scans my face, it scans my eyes, and it says, you are who you are, you're good, go ahead, you're all set. And I get to skip a 2-hour line. And I sit there and say, see you guys, right? I'll be in the presidential club. See you guys then in 2 hours. So this is a perfect example of a company that has biometrics that are getting them from other people, millions of people, for convenience. So now again, Sam Altman says, you know what? Let's try to do this, but let's do it as in let's give them stock. Let's give them shares of our company, which can make them money. And that's, again, how we will get people to sign up. So remember, traders, you could buy WorldCoin, cryptocurrency, straight up right now. You could buy ORBS, orbs, right? You could buy BMNR, cryptocurrency play. Could this be the early stages of that? I don't know. Guys, don't come up to me in 5 years and say, Deck, that WorldCoin sucks. Again, it could catch on, it could not. But at least I think it's a very interesting idea. Now, some people say, well, hey, can we go ahead and invest into Clear? You can. You is a company that... You is a company that you can go ahead and invest in. And a lot of people, I will tell you right now, a lot of people do believe you will have a Nvidia-like move in the upcoming years. Now, why? Well, guys, if AI gets to the point that nobody knows, nobody has facial recognition, no one can figure this stuff out, right? You is one of the leaders as it's used every single day with biometrics. So you could be an amazing play, especially if it ever starts breaking like 38. Traders, things can get insane. Things can get amazing over on you. Biometrics. Guys, who knows another very popular small penny stock that's a biometric company? How about Big Bear AI? Have you guys ever heard of Big Bear AI? BBAI? Who here has heard about this one? I've talked about this one before. I was actually in between Big Bear AI and AMPX when I was thinking about what stock do I want to invest in. And I like both of them still. I like absolutely both of them. You know? So the thing is, Big Bear AI, biometrics, something that we're looking at. Biometrics, cryptocurrency with WorldCoin, and the Orbs by Sam Altman. And again, we do have crypto with BMNR. I will say though, as we have talked about in the past, that BMNR, or crypto is falling hard right now. Now, I think crypto is great. I say this all the time because there's always like Bitcoin people that be like, Doug doesn't like Bitcoin. No, I like it. So shut up, losers. But what I will throw out there is that where's that picture I'm looking for? I can't find that picture. But that picture that I showed you guys before in the past, I posted over on, oh, here it is. What is this? Bitcoin's 4-year cycle. Every 4 years, we see a sharp correction with an average of a 75% drop. Back in 2014, Bitcoin fell 81%. Back in 2018, 4 years later, Bitcoin fell 76%. Back in 2022, Bitcoin fell 73%. Now in 2026, Bitcoin could have the possibility, if it follows the trend, of falling another 75%. Okay, Deck, do some math for us. I already did it. If we were at 120,000 as the highs, what's a 75% drop? Right around 36,000? So Bitcoin at this moment here, where are we sitting? Bitcoin right now is currently sitting at 91,000. After hitting, of course, record highs when we're all the way up towards around 124, 125. If Bitcoin starts turning and fading and falling, and we do have this 75% drop, we are going to go back into the 30,000 region. 30,000 region would be the next 4-year cycle here where you would want to load up. Also, very important, strategy. MicroStrategy, aka just strategy now, has been one of the worst stocks so far over the last 6 months. Over the last 6 months, strategy has gone from $547 to now $200 and getting weaker. Michael Saylor. Anyone who does not know, Michael Saylor, he is the CEO of Strategy. Strategy does have a business, but no one cares about their business. Strategy can come out with loss after loss after loss. No one cares at all. Strategy is just a proxy on investing in Bitcoin. Basically, Strategy has the most amount of Bitcoin acquired than any person, than any government, than any country in the entire world. Michael Saylor has more Bitcoin than anyone in the entire world. And his cost basis on Bitcoin is $75,000 because he just continues to buy it forever. He buys it at 100. He buys it at 110. He buys it at 120. He bought it at 30. He bought it at 20. He bought it at 45,000. His cost basis, Michael Saylor's cost basis, is 75,000. What happens when all of a sudden Michael Saylor, who has more Bitcoin than anyone in the world, Bitcoin starts going to 75,000, and then all of a sudden 72, and then 60, and then 50, and he's losing billions of dollars every single day? Do they cut? Do they sell? Do they panic? Or do they hold? So that would be absolutely insane. That would be absolutely massive in every single way. That would be absolutely nuts in every single way. So right here, we do have MSTR. MSTR, watching this one extremely closely. But here, guys, you know, right now, the market's a little slow. I'm just throwing out a little bucket of knowledge for you. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just throwing out buckets of knowledge. I'm just trying to help you guys on out because the market's a little bit slow right now. Do I want to trade? You better believe it. Do I want to make some money? Absolutely. Guys, I want to make, you know, $1,000 today. Go to the restaurant Doria. I got reservations at Doria later on, and I'm trying to be able to pay for, again, a nice steak, a nice bottle of wine, maybe a little bit of champagne, and a nice chocolate pound cake at the end. I got a hot date later on. Flying in from Milan. I'll send the Uber Black to go pick her up. What do you guys think of all this madness? What do you guys think of everything that's happening right now? What are your thoughts? Right now, I feel like people like I'm blowing people's minds right now. I feel like so many traders right now are just listening and just are locked in. And I appreciate it. I appreciate every single person that's listening and just locked in at this time. Just again, hearing my stories and my facts and my basis. I want you guys again to understand where I'm at this moment. Making sure every single trader is ready to go. I'm not playing games. I give you answers. I'm not here going to say, hey, everyone, let's go purchase a $3,000 trading course. Hey, everyone, let's go buy my course. Hey, everyone. Guys, I'm just giving you guys the answers. You guys don't got to buy jack shit. Just listen to me. I'm going to help you. Okay? I'll do the research. You show up. I'll give you the answer. Does that sound like a fair plan? I'll do the work. You show up. I'll give you the credit. You don't got to buy anything. Let's get ready to go. Guys, I'll be back on the mic in 2 seconds. Let's get ready to rock right here. Fired up. Hey, if you guys are fired up right here, let me see you in the chat room. Drop a GIF. Drop an ow. Drop a good morning. Drop a hello. Get me pumped. Drop a joke. Drop again a compliment. Drop an insult. Let's go. I'll be back on the mic in 2 seconds. All right, traders. Let's see what we have. Come on, traders. Come on, baby. EPWK. Let's turn all attention, all focus over on EPWK at this time. EPWK, let's watch see if we get that $2 break. Now, what I will say is let's think about everything here. Let's think about this together as a team, as a community, okay? We have not seen any big breakouts just yet today. This market has been slow. Every single trader is focused. Every single trader is focused over on what? Nvidia earnings tonight. Are we going to see breakouts? I think any breakout we see is going to be more of like a pump and dump. I think any breakout we see is going to be more of a spike and crash. I think any sort of move that we get is more of a rip on up and then it fades right back on down. I don't trust many plays here today. I don't trust many plays. EPWK, spike and dump, spike and dump, spike and dump, spike and dump. Hits that $2 area. I mean, can EPWK actually hold? What do you guys think? I mean, let's just see. Let's maybe get ourselves involved. EPWK. EPWK. Shares the short. 4,000. Inquire. 4,000 shares I want to short. Locate lowest. Cancel. This cost me $5. If I want to short EPWK, it's going to cost me $5. What do you guys think about this? I like it. Let's press accept. Located. I have now been accepted. Accepted to short 4,000 shares whenever I please. So EPWK here. We do have top resistance, fade on down, 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 top resistance, fade on down. Would anyone say that shorting at the price of $2 is a bad idea? Anyone would say that? We again spoke up to 240, crashed, 216 crashed, 205 crashed, 205 crashed, 201 crashed, 198 crashed, $2 crashed. I would say if you can get a short in between the prices of $2 and 205, it seems like that's the best area. Now, Deck, where would you get out? If this stock ever starts squeezing up to like 209, 210, you probably just want to get out. That's what you have to do. Right? Yeah. You probably have to do that. You could see spike and dump and spike and dump and spike and dump and spike and dump and spike and dump. And, you know, we're going to be watching to see, can we get up towards around that 210 area? So XBIO here. If that thing can get a little bit of a pop, we can get our first little trade. I don't trust many things today, guys. I don't trust this. I don't trust this. Right now, EPWK. EPWK right now. Like, it looks like it's getting ready for a breakout. It looks like it's getting ready for a squeeze. It looks like it's getting ready for the pop. Kind of reminds me of my ex-girlfriend right here. It looks attractive, but I know the moment I give my all to it, the moment again I commit to this play, my heart's gonna get broken. I'm gonna get cheated. Okay, hold on, never mind. Let's focus on stocks. Right now, traders, we are up near around that $2 mark. We are getting a little bit of squeeze. Is EPWK gonna squeeze here? Take a look. EPWK trying to squeeze. Number one again, best mover so far today. Nothing else that we need to be on top of. EPWK trying to squeeze its way on up. Did just get a little bit of a spike right here. I think buyers are getting a little restless. People want action. People want the show. We want to walk up into the batter box right now. That's what I want. Guys, I don't care who's pitching. I don't care if it's Shotani. I don't care who it is. Throw again me a couple strikes and I'm dinging one. That's what I'm built for. Right now, guys, I'm built for packing zins, ripping Red Bulls, and hitting dingers. That's what I'm here for. I'm built different. Right now, EPWK still trying to look for that $10 break. So EPWK right here trying to hold on up the best it possibly can. Let's see if EPWK can be able to squeeze a little bit. Guys, we also do have about 5 minutes till 9 o'clock. EPWK, another little upper shadow. I mean, we have been seeing so many of these upper shadows. Upper shadow drop, upper shadow drop, upper shadow drop. Maybe a little bit, you know, another little upper shadow, little pop back on up. So we've been seeing a lot of these upper shadows, and upper shadows have been tending to reversals. Just comes on down to, do I want to take the risk? You know, BACCR, nothing. Stock's moving sideways. SCMR, nothing. Stock is moving sideways. EPWK is the best play as of now. KZIA right now, stock is again fading on down. STEC right now, stock is fading on down. SGBX right now, stock's moving sideways. NUTX, stock is moving. There is nothing that you need at this moment other than EPWK and other than knowing that Nvidia earnings are tonight. Traders, can I just confirm with everyone? I just want to confirm with everyone. Everyone asked me in the past, they said, hey, I want you to step up your audio. How has the audio been? Do I sound clean, clear, crispy? How? And then also they asked, hey, can you lower the latency? Make sure, again, it's all in real time. Everything should be no longer than 4 to 5 seconds at the latest so that you guys are hearing me perfectly. You guys are, again, getting it as quickly as you can. And last but not least, last night, I did adjust it. So now on YouTube, now on Twitch, now on everywhere Tradecaster, you should be able to watch me on 1080 HD. So can you see me perfectly? Can you hear me perfectly? Can you guys get this data perfectly? Let me again tell you right now. Can you get it all? Are you getting this in HD? Are you getting this in real time? I want to make sure, because I want to bring the highest quality. I want to bring the highest quality stream, the highest quality education, the highest quality entertainment, the highest quality energy. I want to be able to bring it to you. I want me and you going to depths that you've never gone before. I want to take you down again a corner of the internet you've never seen. I want to be able to, again, smack you around. Woo! Woo! Blueprint Traders says, hey, you would think Chaz could afford a new shirt and tie. I will tell you right now, right here. I know you might say, hey, you wore that shirt and tie on Monday, and you wore it on Tuesday, and you wore it on Wednesday. I will tell you right now, in my closet, I have 5 identical shirts and 5 identical ties. I wear it on Monday. I drop the Mondays off at the dry cleaners. Then again, my maid picks it on up. I wear the Tuesday version. This is the Tuesday one. Different tie, different shirt, same look. Okay? So again, I don't want to change. Nothing gets better than the good ruby red tie shipped on over here with nothing but touches my silk, but 100% native polyester from the depths of Colombia. People say, oh, you look great. Thanks, I better. It's a $13,000 outfit I'm wearing right now. Yeah, I better look great. I appreciate your compliments, even though, again, they're a given. "42-inch long, baby. 42-inch long. Step up. EPWK. Still not being able to get that 210 break. Right here at this time, we're just crushing it, getting after it. Making sure, again, we are making as much money as humanly possible. Now, team, do you guys want to go after this on a possible short? This really comes on down to you on how you guys want to trade this. EPWK, this comes down to you if you guys want to trade this one or not. EPWK. Very tight inside this little ascending triangle pattern. Let's watch the ascending triangle pattern as we get closer to 9 o'clock here. Let's watch this ascending triangle pattern as we get closer towards 9 o'clock. We can see the multiple times we have tried to squeeze and get that breakout. Let's see if we're going to be able to keep getting the squeeze. If we do get a squeeze, it's going to be coming on up here. Let's see if we get tighter and tighter, see if we can squeeze and kind of see where this next move is going to be at. Guys, here comes a little bit of that pop. Here comes a little bit of that move. Let's see. Ascending triangle pattern. Notice this is what you're always looking for on patterns. When you are looking for stocks to squeeze and break and move, you are always looking for higher lows and you are looking for strong resistance. We are going to watch right here. Can EPWK turn into a play today? Are there going to be enough traders in the market that people are going to wake up and say, you know what, let's get after it? We're going to wake up and say, hey, let's try to push this play on up. It's the only option. We know that. Fox Runner is telling us that is the only option of today. We could see it over on the trade idea scanners. It's the only option of today. If you want to trade, EPWK is the one. But I will tell you at this moment here, team, it's hard to trust. No play has spiked today. No play has held its gains today. And it's all because the market is falling. We do have the fear and greed index on the lowest it's been. Fear is at a max high, which is a very low area, since April. There has not been this much fear in the market since the tariff crash. People are nervous. People are nervous and people are scared. So we will continue to watch EPWK. We also, heads on up right here, we do have 9 o'clock in the next 1 minute. There is still another chance of a hot press release, guys. There's another chance of a hot press release coming out in 1 minute. 1 minute. Hot press release on the way. Let's see what we can get here. Come on now. Give us something good. Give us something good. Give me something I can work with. Give me something I can work with. FAT just jumped 10%. FAT says, Fat Burger and Buffalo Express are going to bring the flavor in Texas. Okay, that's not a good press release. You guys see how dumb this press release is? If a stock jumps 10% because of this, we know we have issues on the day. Hey, Deck, we got a stock moving 10% on FAT. What's the press release? Fat Burger and Buffalo Express are set to bring the flavor. Okay, that press release sucks. All right, what about FMST? FMST, we do have the word success. Nope, nothing there. Guys, EPWK. EPWK starting to crack a little bit. Guys, EPWK starting to crack. Take a look right now. EPWK came on up, starting to crack. If you want to be able to short this play, do it. We are on the bearish side of the trend line right now. Best entry for shorts would be somewhere right underneath underneath $2. So if you do want to short this play, if you can get this play like 196s, that's not bad. If you can get this play, 197s, that's not bad. You get this play again, 198s, that's not bad. Get this play again, some couple 199s, that's not bad. I'm going to put in some orders. The 197, 198, 199. Because the thing is here, traders, I waited for this stock to now go on the bearish side of its chart. So we can see this is bearish right here. You could see how the stock is now on the bearish side of the chart. You can see how the stock is now getting weaker. We can see how the stock is starting to feed and fall and watch. So here is bullish side up on the top, and we have bearish on the bottom. Bullish on the top, bearish on the bottom. We can see, again, both sides here. So if we do start popping up 196, 197, 198, I will give this a chance. And that's just because I want to be able to jump in on this play where I'm going bearish, where it's underneath $2, and where there's a better chance to crack. You guys know what I mean? So I will give this stock a chance underneath $2 if, again, we can, be able to hold this. Let's again stay ready. Let's stay alert. Let's put ourselves in the best possible place. So we'll see if we can get filled on this deck. I love watching the stream, but right now I feel like I'm on an acid trip. You're on an acid trip right now. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do here. I feel like I'm on an acid trip watching the stream. Let's try to help you out here. See what we can do. Whoa. Whoa. Hold on here. Hold on here. Let's make it happen. Are you guys ready? I need you to listen to me. I need you. I need you to listen to me. Run. I need you right now. Run with me. Get out. Come with me. Come with me, John. Come with me. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Hold on, huh? Hey, hey. We can do this. Hi, hi, hi. Hey, we can do this together. We got this. I am here to help you. I'm here to help you. Okay. To be frank with you, I'm gonna be honest here for a second. I'm kind of creeping myself out. Okay. Let's take a chat vote. Let's make a chat vote, and let's never do that again. How about that? Let's all take a chat vote, and let's never do that again. Okay. Chat vote. Hands up. Hands up. Let's stay away from that again. FRGT. FRGT starting to get a little pop. FRGT, all eyes on that one. FRGT, little bit of a pop, little bit of a climb. Coming up to a $1 resistance. 115 is the 50-day moving average. 115 is the, or actually it's 119. Let's get ready for some possible shorts. If this thing starts squeezing and spiking, and let's see what we can do. FRGT. If that one goes, we can get ready for some shorts. I want to see that $1 break. FRGT. Let's have some fun today, guys. 8,000 shares. Buckle the fucking. Actually, they won't allow me to do 6,000 more at a time. So let's say 6,000 shares. This is going to cost me $7. I'm going to hit it, baby. Hit it, baby. 6,000 shares. Located, accepted. Cost us $7. Let's see. Can FRGT get a little bit of a pop and a squeeze? Maybe break $1. 50-day moving average over on FRGT is the 50-day moving average right here, which is at the price of 117. I would short this if we start seeing like 108 or higher. So we have not been able to get a trade just yet today, right? We have not been able to get a trade just yet today. We know the majority of traders are all focused over on Nvidia earnings tonight. FRGT just went from 68 cents, shot up towards the price of $1. We do know there's a strong wall coming up. The strong wall that's coming up is the 50-day moving average on the daily chart. This is at the price of 117, 118. What I would be saying is if we can get this little break of $1, I do not expect it to be able to hold. Nothing is holding. Just like when we take a look over on EPWK. Spikes on up, dumps on down, right? Bullishness to bearishness. We go a big time spike, we go to big time dump. I want to pull the trigger on FRGT, but I want to see if we get that $1 break and come up to that strong resistance line. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. FRGT. Let's see if that thing can break and rip and run here. 908 in the market. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Guys, FRGT is already starting to fade a little bit. Starting to get a little bit of a crack. Starting to drop on down. All right, here, team. We are going to be kicking off this party in about 5 momentos. I'm going to run downstairs, get myself a brand new fresh bottle of Voss, and then let's kick off the day. Okay? Hey, everyone take a quick little 5-minute breather, and then we will be all ready to rock and roll. Sound like a game plan? Sound like a deal? Sound set? Let's do it, team. 5 minutes. Game plan. Let's get after it. Let's make this money. Hit that thumbs on up. Don't go anywhere. Just going to go get myself a bottle of Voss and we'll be all ready to rock and roll. All right? So, actually, again, it's going to be we'll do a quick little 10-minute break. All right, put a countdown on and we will get this party started. Let's get ready for some trades. Let's get ready to make this money. Let's get ready to do what we do best. All right, guys, I'll see you guys back here in 10 minutes. We will be all ready to rock and roll on this day. We have been getting after it for the last 2 hours now. We've been streaming for the last 2 hours. As I said, hey, can I ask you guys a question? Who here is loving the pre-market commentary? Who here is loving kicking off their day like this? Who here is loving saying, hey, let's get ourselves excited? I love this. I will see you guys back here in 10 minutes. Let's do this. The day has only just begun. I'll see you back here very soon. Okay. Okay. Line them up. Line them up and knock them down. Line them up and knock them down. Here we go, babe. Here we go. We have ourselves a day ahead. Now, we have gone over absolutely everything from A to Z, 0 to 100, tick to tack. We are looking for what play is going to be able to get us some profit today if we are going to be able to pull the trigger. Because as I say, we are at the mercy of whatever the market conditions give us. If the market conditions say, hey, trade, go nuts, have fun, go crazy, let's do it. If the market conditions say, hey, you know what, we're going to have to slow down a little bit. Hey, you know what, we can't go as crazy. Guess what, we're going to have to sit back a little bit. It's okay. We are going to do whatever the market can give us. So we have at this time about 5 minutes until the market opens on up. Remember, let's take a look right here. What are some of the best plays of this day? Well, you can see SCMR. SCMR, unfortunately, got acquired. And not unfortunately. I mean, when you get acquired, it just doesn't do much. You get acquired at a certain price point. And when you get acquired at a certain price point, it just moves at that price point the entire time. You guys can see right here, $12 per share. So SCMR is going to be sitting around $12 per share the entire morning. So it's just going to move sideways the entire day. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do when we see a stock just get acquired. So it was a great press release, not worth our time. AZI. AZI, this one's a little bit of a small guy. It's only 12 cents. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of this one. You know, when we take a look over on this play right here, you could see we do have, due to strong demand on this play, announced the signing of a $1 billion cross-border sales agreement. That's awesome. You see a $1 billion agreement, AZI, that's amazing. But unfortunately, it's just such a small little play. The stock spiked and dumped on down. Again, I don't need it. What about FRGT? FRGT came out with news at 9 o'clock this morning. This is one of our favorite go-to plays. FRGT announces the commercial launch of Zarin, an AI-powered freight rate prediction and carrier matching platform. This play right here definitely has opportunity behind it when we take a look over on FRGT. Now, FRGT, remember, we have a credible reason on why the stock is gaining buying volume. The most important thing on FRGT right here and right now is to get above $1. If you do not break $1, you ain't going anywhere. It's as simple as that. Notice 104 back on down, 101 back on down, 103 back on down, 103 back on down, 101 back on down. FRGT, you don't get a back above $1. There's no point of even touching this play. If you want to right now, load up the shorts. Say, Deck, I'm going to short this play right now at 96, 97, 98, 99, $1. If it breaks 103, then guess what? Then I'll move on. Then I'll get out of this play. But FRGT right here, this play, $1 is, again, the main resistance line you got to get above and hold above. FRGT is one of the top dogs. Anything else we need out of these plays? Right now, we take a look over on EPWK. EPWK. This was a great press release that actually came out last night. If you guys take a look at EPWK, again, also 1 hour ago, it says 3 strategic segments drive EPWK synergetic growth building, new pattern for sustainable energy. So right here, team, we do have a good press release over on EPWK as well. But EPWK, this play, unfortunately, started dumping on off. Right now, what is going on in the world? What is happening in the world right now? What is happening in the world is there is a lot of fear in the market. There's a lot of unknown in the market. There's a lot of, blurriness. It's not clear. There's a lack of clarity. That's where we're at right now. And the reason why I say that is because the S&P 500 is falling underneath the 50-day moving average for the first time since April. For the last 7 months, S&P 500 has been slowly working itself on up, and now we have our first little fright, our first little dip, our first little scare. We can see Meta, one of the top 7 companies in the world, has been dumping over the last few weeks. We can see Palantir, one of the top AI stocks, is underneath its 50-day moving average. We could see NBIS, the number 1 top data center play, has been dumping. We could see IREN, A top data center play has been dumping. We could see TSM, who creates all the chips for all of AI, for Nvidia, for AMD, is underneath its 50-day moving average. For the first time since April, we have major fear in this market. Take a look at this. This might be a little bit of a review, but this data is too good to miss. Fear and greed, mostly fear. For the first time since April, we are seeing that fear levels are the lowest they've ever been. And what you can mean is the lowest is bad. Okay? We have single digits fear. The last time that we were this low was April. Now let's take a reverse of that though. If we were this low in April, that means that was the best dip buy opportunity. April was the best dip buy. We bought in on the lowest day of the year. You guys already know that. Monday, April 7th. That's when I bought in on all my plays. Well, could this be a sign that we have a little bit of a bottom happening right now? So that's what we have with the greed and fear. Now, what else do we have here, traders? It says average S&P 500 return over the past 17 years here. Guys, over the past 17 years, this chart at this moment is showing every single month and what it has done. Well, right now at this time, as of November 18th in 2025, the S&P 500 is on track to have its worst November since 2008. Guys, take a look right here. This is a little bit scary, isn't it? It's a little bit frightening. We had 2008, the top level right here. 2008, we had the big drops. 6% drop, 8% drop. You guys see 9%, 16% drop, 7% drop. You go to this year, 3% drop. We had April, 5% drop, right? Here's the April, 5% drop, or March and April. And now, November, you guys can see the 3% drop right here. So this is the worst month since 2008, which is a little bit scary. So at this time here, team, we have fear, the max it's been since April. We have the market having its worst November since 2008. But think about the positives. The positives at this moment is you guys can say to yourself, you know what? Maybe again, that just means we have a bottom. Maybe that just means we have a dip buy. One of the things I've been stressing to every single investor is right now it's 1997 in the dot-com bubble. We have 3 years, I think, before the dot-com bubble actually happens. Let's take a look at this. This is the NASDAQ 100 since October of 2022 versus historical data of bubbles. The Great Depression, look at where we are to where the bubble popped. The gold boom, look at where we are to where the bubble popped. The Japan asset price bubble, look at where we are to where the bubble popped. Dot-com bubble, look at where we are until the bubble popped. On average, a bubble takes around 75 months to form. 75 months. Do some math here. 12 months in a year. 75 divided by 12. That takes an average of 6.25 years to develop. Well, guys, why 2022? 2022 is when ChatGPT was released. ChatGPT released in 2022. It is now 2025. That's 3 years in. The average bubble takes 6.25 years. We are only halfway there. I am not going to be scared out of this. If you think I'm going to be scared out of my investments because we have the smallest little drop right here, get out of here. Get out of here. You don't know me. We are so early in my eyes. And that's what I want every trader to truly understand. There's fear. But you know what fear leads to? The perfect dip buying opportunities. If we take a look, Meta's coming on down towards 500. Talk about an absolute dominant stock that is going to be an incredible dip buy. Oracle has put more money into AI than any other company in the world. And they are getting crushed right now. Guess what? Could that be the next major dip buy opportunity? There are two types of traders in this world. There are traders that, again, see the dip buy right here and right now, and they say, you know what? I am going to buy when other people panic. We are the USA, the United States of America. We have the most powerful. We have the most dominant. We are the most successful market capitalization country in the world. We will always bounce back on up. And the other type of traders that are just straight pussies, okay? The thing is, at this time, you want to understand this is not a time to run. It's a time to get yourself involved. It's not a time to run. It's a time to say, you know what? Let's get ready to go. Above an average year on the S&P 500. People are running around with their heads cut off thinking it's the end of the world. The S&P 500 hit a record high literally 3 weeks ago. What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? This is the issue with social media. The social media world is you are so easily fear-mongered. You are so easily manipulated. People are saying, guys, get out. The AI bubble's popping. Michael Burry's shorting. Everyone's getting out of AI. AI is a joke. It's not real. Everyone move on from this play. That happened quick. That changed pretty quickly, didn't it? Guys, we hit a record. The record high in the highest the stock market has ever been is right here. What are we doing? We're like Neanderthals right now. Let's just understand that a normal pullback is absolutely capable of happening. It's not that big of a deal. If we drop, we buy. If we go up higher, we buy. The S&P 500 will continue to move on up. Dip buys happen. Market falls down to 620, great. Get ready for a dip buy. Market falls on down to 500, great. Get ready for a dip buy. I'm happy, bring it on. But that's what, again, a lot of traders don't understand right here, right? We got to make sure we're on top of this. Now, the big thing about today that every single trader needs to be aware of here, team, is this right here. Nvidia earnings. If you want this market to come back to life, if you want this market to thrive again, we have to be watching Nvidia earnings. Nvidia earnings. This is the number one most powerful, the number one most valuable company in the world. Stocks closely tied to Nvidia. AMD, TSM, SMCI, AVGO, MU, Intel, Meta, Microsoft, Google, Amazon. If Nvidia has good earnings, the entire market moves up. Nvidia has bad earnings tonight, the entire market goes down. That's what it is. This is what you're looking for tonight. At the time of 4 o'clock tonight, Nvidia with its earnings. Check this on out. These are the numbers that you want to look at. Okay, this is all on Fox Runner. Literally, you guys don't have to look anywhere else. It's all on Fox Runner for you. You guys will be all set, ready to go. Okay? Now, taking a look at this moment here, traders, what do we have here? Only a couple stocks to kind of focus on today. Right? What do we have? Wall Street may be losing some of its excitement for artificial intelligence, but the battle among major tech companies for dominance in the field hasn't cooled. After the bell today, investors' attention will zero in on just one event, Nvidia's earnings reports. Nvidia has fallen more than 4% this week. Nvidia and Microsoft yesterday announced a partnership to start up its brand new company. Microsoft also unveiled its own product can automatically detect use of AI agents. Google, meanwhile, announced an upgraded Gemini 3 into it to pay OpenAI $100 million. We also have our hot movers of the morning, FRGT and EPWK. These are the two plays that traders are focused on. These are the two plays that people are looking at. All right, let's again get ready for some trades. Let's get ready for today. Let's get ready to see if we can make some money, because the last 2 days have been a little dead. The last 2 days have been a little slow. The last 2 days have not been able to get the action that we truly want. We want more. We do. We want more. We want more hype. We want more action. We want more momentum. We want more buying volume. We want more, baby. Feed me. I want to be fed. Give me it. Give me something, market. So let's get ready to go. Guys, hold on a second. Did the stream go down? Is there, some people are saying there's an echo. Is there an echo right now? There should not be any sort of echo at all. But if I am incorrect, I want to make sure before I keep on going here that we are all set, ready to rock. So please let me know. Are we good? Let me know if we're good right now here, everyone. Let me know if we're good. Are we all set? Are we back? I want to make sure that we are live. I want to make sure that we are good. I want to make sure every single trader is aware of absolutely everything. Good, good, good. There might have just been a quick little glitch. Might have just been a quick little glitch on the system. I will tell you right here and right now. Sometimes when I'm dropping these bombs and I'm just kind of, giving you guys all the truth, sometimes they just want to turn me off. No, Deck. Don't tell everyone the truth. No, Deck, don't give everyone the answers. No, again, go ahead and sell a $3,000 trading course instead. Go ahead. Don't do this. Hey, we got to shut this guy down. This guy's giving too much education. So you know what? Sometimes it's the people. It's the back end right there. You can't shut me down. You can't turn me off. You can't flip my switch to the offside. Again, if I'm a Woody doll in Toy Story, I have an unlimited string. Someone's poisoned the water hole. Someone's poisoned the water hole. Someone's poisoned the water hole. It goes for hours. I don't know again. The market makers, the insides, the YouTubes, whoever it is, trying to close me off, better get in line. We got a long list. I'm taking names. We should be all set. So right here, team, I went over in full detail, and hopefully every single person got it. But hopefully every single person got it. I did go into full detail on Nvidia earnings tonight. We did go over why you should not be fearful. We did go over on, again, not being scared, understanding that these are dip buys. I'm not going to go over the entire thing all over again, just because I know some of you guys probably did hear it. But at the same time here, traders, make sure we're all set, ready to rock. All right, we should be good. Maybe, again, there's a snowstorm outside at this moment as well. I don't know where you guys live. If you guys are up in New York City, we do got the snowstorm coming. Should be all good. So, everyone, make sure you guys smash that thumbs on up. Now, what are we looking for? FRGT right now. FRGT. FRGT is trying to get up to that 50-day moving average. We do have strong $1 major resistance. $1 major resistance. We have not been able to get, look at what we have right now. Let's just go back over towards like a 1 minute time frame. Look at what we have. Hit 105, reject. 103, reject. 103, reject. 109, reject. 105, reject. 106, reject. 105, reject. We are sitting right at these areas where we are consistently getting rejected. I would say the best thing for us to do is let's put this uptrend right now. Put this uptrend, put this top resistance, and let's go ahead and see if we are going to form a triangle. Let's see if FRGT right here can be able to, again, get tighter and tighter and tighter. Let's see if FRGT right here is going to be able to squeeze. Let's see if FRGT right here is going to set up this ascending triangle pattern. We actually had the same exact pattern over on EPWK. This morning, we had EPWK, the same exact setup. Take a look. We had strong resistance going across the board. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We broke above it, and then we cracked underneath it, and it's been bearish ever since. So we had EPWK, great bullish move, bearish ever since. Now take this over to FRGT. FRGT right here, resistance, 105, resistance, resistance, resistance. And guess what? You can type out the same exact thing. Bullish. Bullish right here. Go ahead and type it on out. We know anything that is above that purple line, we are considered bullish. But if we start cracking, if we start getting weak, if we cannot hold this, traders, unfortunately, we are going to be moving down towards the bearish category, where we could start fading and falling and start getting uglier even more. We don't want that. Look at that. Still trying to get a little bit of a bounce. Hey, traders, I do want to bring this on up as well. Do you guys, how's the one-stop prop free trading tournament going? So for anyone who does not know, there is a free $100,000 prop trading tournament. The first place winner gets a $50,000 prop firm account. So I don't know if you guys have checked this on out yet, but the winner does get a $50,000 prop firm account. Now, who's in first place right now? First place is Tyler D. There's 2 more days of the tournament. This guy's up $28,000. Shout out to, again, Tyler D right now. So again, whoever that is, if you guys are in chat or whatnot, we have one guy up 28,000. We have Bawana currently up 8,000. Ronaldo up 5,000. So, hey, This is a free tournament to join. Make sure you guys join it if you guys have not yet. Now, also a little side note here, team. I do have my normal prop account. So, my normal prop account, that I like to trade, and let me go back over towards this. This right here, guys, I'm in for my prop account $109,000. Now, I am going to, I'm just throwing this out loud right now. I am going to request to get $3,000 paid out. So, I'm going to do that. I'm going to request to get $3,000 paid on out because guess what I've done? I paid for the test. For anyone who doesn't use prop firms, I paid for the test. I passed the test. Then after I passed the test, I got $100,000. After I got the $100,000, I've made $9,000. I've traded for 6 days. I haven't hit my max losses. I am requesting a $3,000 payout. So I will let you guys know how that goes. But I am requesting a $3,000 payout from One Stop Prop at this time. So again, I want to trade my prop firm, trade my real money, trade again the tournament. That's what it's all about. The thing is, team, like people always say, hey, Deck, I'm not good at stock trading. That's a whole bunch of horse shit. That's the worst excuse I ever heard. That's a loser mindset. If you came up to me and said I'm not good at sports, that's not true. I guarantee I can find a sport that you're good at. I guarantee you might not be good at baseball or basketball or football, but you might be good at golf, or you might be good at swimming, or you might be good at volleyball, or maybe badminton, or hey, I'll even throw chess in there. Hey, maybe croquet. There are so many different sports. Bobsledding. Like we could find something that maybe you're not even the best at, but you're passionate enough to be above average. Everywhere you go, you can find something you're great. So if you're saying, hey, Deck, I don't like doing options. Options suck. I don't like options either. So I don't trade them. Hey, I like doing day trades. Oh, hey, I don't like looking for news. I like looking for shorts. Okay, hey, I don't like looking for shorts. I like looking for dip buys. Hey, I don't like looking for dip buys. I like doing futures. Hey, I don't like futures. I like cryptocurrency. There are a million different ways that you guys can be successful in the stock market. Stop making excuses on why you're not great yet. So that is huge. Figure it out. Get locked in. I don't want to hear all this. Oh, I'm going to start trying at New Year's. New Year's, new me. Guys, every day is January 1st in my mind. New year, new me. New day, new me. Let's go. Every day, January 1st in your mind. Come on now. Let's get ready to rock. Everything you do, be the best at. Everything you get after, give 100%. No point of showing up and giving 50. Giving 50%, just go home. Guys, FRGT still trying to squeeze here. Guys, FRGT still inside the ascending triangle pattern. FRGT, one of the only plays of today, looking for the squeeze. And again, that's also right here when we take a look at the news. Remember, it's like there's two stocks to watch. As of 9:10 a.m., there are two main plays to be watching. FRGT and EPWK. These are it. FRGT and EPWK. That's it. Right now, FRGT has set itself up in this ascending triangle pattern. And this ascending triangle pattern is getting ready for this possible move. Very simple, very easy. Everyone go ahead and type in ascending triangle pattern over on Google. And right when you click this ascending triangle pattern, you are going to get something that looks very familiar. Does this right here look like that? Guys, that's all it is. We're studying, doing research, figuring some things out. Right? We could see how triangles can easily lead to squeezes and pops. Uh-oh. Are we going to have it? Again, this is either make or break time. We're either squeezing or dumping. Are we going to go up to the bullish breakout or the bearish? Now, just because we have the pattern doesn't mean we're going to break out. It means, again, we're going to see most likely a rapid move on the downside or upside. If we crack, I'll short. If we break out, I'll buy. So it just depends on what side we get. Right? It just depends on what side we get here. If we break to the upside, we look for squeezes. If we crack to the downside, we look for shorts. Make sense, everyone? Right now, I'm not in anything. Right now, I am not in anything at this moment. Here's my position box. 0 out of 0 out of 0. FRGT here, getting tighter and tighter and tighter. FRGT trying to get a little bit of a squeeze and a pop. Is FRGT going to get above like 105? I mean, we are getting tighter and tighter. Even if you're not trading the stock, even if you're saying, hey, I don't really want to get involved on this, at least take this as a learning experience. Try to figure out the next move. Test yourself. Try to get some predictability. So right here, FRGT, looking to see if this thing is going to be able to get that pop. Come on, FRGT. FRGT still trying to get that little move. As long as we stay above 105. I know you guys saying, again, the stream is lagging slightly. You know what? Heads on up here, guys. I know what the issue is on why the stream is lagging a little bit today. I do know what the issue is. Little heads on up. Tomorrow, it will not lag one time. I, again, actually just thought of what's happening right here at this moment. It's an easy fix. I will let you guys know tomorrow. It will not happen. I'm staring at the issue right now. I'm staring literally at the issue. I can't do it right now at this moment. Maybe I can. But I'm scared the stream's going to drop. So I'm scared the stream's going to drop if I do it. Should I try it? I'm going to try it anyway. If the stream drops, I apologize, guys. But I know the fix. So, but give me a second. I can fix this. It's right here. My internet wasn't plugged in. Right now, guys, I'm going off of Wi-Fi Air. Literally, my internet's not plugged in. I pay for, again, $5,000 upgraded internet. The entire morning, it wasn't plugged in. I'm gonna go plug this in. All right, I got you guys right here. Little heads on up. We should be plugged on in here. I want to make sure. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, are you guys still with me? Are you guys still with me at this time? Is everyone here at this moment? I want to make sure I'm not talking to myself for the next 30 minutes. Uh-oh, I might have lost you. I'm not seeing anyone type anything in chat. Or again, everyone's just playing the biggest prank on me. Guys, if you guys hear me, let me know. All right, I got people over on YouTube saying I'm here. Not one person on Tradecaster. All right, here we go. FRGT. All right, we're good? All right. We are good. We are back. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. Good, 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 good. All right. So, guys, I apologize, about the small lag that we were having right there. I realized that my internet wasn't even plugged in. So I told you again, the last 2 days, 3 days, I moved to the new office. I got a brand new mic. I got a brand new camera. I got a brand new backdrop. I got a brand... And you know what? Unfortunately, we just never plugged in the internet. Guys, we are starting to crash right here. Heads on up, starting to crash. Get ready for some possible shorts. You get a little bounce back on up towards, again, 102, 103. Guys, look at the market crashing to the bearish side. Look at the bearish dump. Look at the bearish dump. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. VWAP area back up towards 99 cents here. 0.99. Maybe load the boat with some possible shorts. Traders, did you guys just see that dump? We did have the ascending triangle pattern. Stock squeezed on up towards the upside, sold on off. This is almost the same exact pattern as EPWK. EPWK right here. Same exact thing. Traders, look at this. Let's go through a little history lane right here, okay? Memory lane. When we go through this memory lane, what do you guys realize? Top resistance, $2. 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 Guess what happens? We break $2. Hey, we're going to squeeze and break on out. JK, just kidding. BRB, TTYL, see you never. Whoop, sell off. That's what we have seen so far today over on EPWK. We broke resistance on a pop, dumped on off. Now let's take a look over on FRGT. FRGT right here, same exact thing. Top resistance, 105, 105, 105. Break 105. Spike on up towards 110, 111. Then crack back underneath 105. Cracked underneath the uptrend. I am going to look to enter at right next to this $1 resistance area. I'm going to look to short it next to $1 resistance because $1 resistance should still hold up as a strong resistance line, and the VWAP is holding on up, and we're on the bearish side technically at this moment. So we do have a lot, kind of going against it right now. Deck, ever since you plugged in your internet, everything's been nice and smooth now? I mean, that makes sense. It does make sense. It does make sense. I'm going to be honest. Basically, maybe we got lucky over the last 2 to 3 days, I guess. But it's almost like we were sitting in a car with no gas in the tank and being like, why won't this thing work? Why won't this thing turn on? So I'm happy. I'm happy again. It's nice and smooth right now. I'm happy that it's nice, buttery smooth at the moment. I mean, if we plug it, if we fill up a car with gas, it turns on. It's a very simple problem. Traders, I will be looking for an entry once this comes up to 99 cents to $1. We do have, again, $1.99 as the VWAP. We are on the bearish side of the trend line. And, of course, the $1 should be holding up as resistance. So my orders are about to get filled here. Orders are slowly getting filled right here and right now. Reason why I'm doing this, as I said, is I want to see, can we again be able to hold up with strong resistance? Now, deck, where could you look to add if you want to? I'm going to add right at this trend line, 103-ish area. 103, short. See if I can get, again, another little entry. So, again, I like my entries right here. I'm in at this play. First trade of the day, guys. Deck, when would you get out of this play? What's your stop loss? Who can help me out here? I'm in at the price of 99 cents. That's my price. I'm down 2 pennies at the moment. I have 3,000 shares. If this stock starts going back on the bullish side, that would be my stop loss. So if this stock starts breaking, I would say 106. I do have to 100% get out. Does that make sense, everyone? Stock breaks 106. I'm 100% out of this play. Why? Just like it's doing right now, because I can't get squeezed. Guys, look what happened. I jumped in on this play. I jumped in on this play when it cracked underneath, went to the bearish side. VWAP happened, just broke to the bullish side. The worst thing I can do as a mentor, the worst thing I can do as a trader, the worst thing I can do is hold when I'm back on the bullish side. This rarely happens where a stock cracks and sells on off and then squeezes right back on up. But guess what? If I was keep on holding, I'm in more of red. And let's see if this thing squeezes and spikes. I could be in more in red, more in red, more in red. I am a person. I am a trader. I am a man. I am a specimen who refuses to take large losses. I refuse. I refuse to sit there and, again, not rip off the Band-Aid. Because guess who does that? Guess who keeps the Band-Aid on and slowly tries to peel it off? New traders, rookies, people that, again, continue to lose day in and day out. If I am wrong, I get out. Successful loss. Successful loss. You move on where you can. So I do not want to put myself in anything. I want to make sure that we're doing everything right. FRGT, still number 1 top gainer. These are all my top plays here today. These are all my top stocks. These are all the top, plays I'm looking at. FRGT still trying to go. Hey, Deck, how high can this get up to? FRGT, we can get up towards 117. I would even probably say a little higher, maybe 120. If this thing starts to squeeze, where is their old spiking resistance? Like, where is the clearest cut area of trouble? 140? I mean, I just think that might be a little too far, but I see it. Would you guys agree? You know, maybe this 150 mark is kind of the next major line. If you're saying what's the ultimate target out of FRGT today? FRGT, bounce play 150, bounce play 150, 150, 150, 150, right? You can see all these bounce plays off this 150 area. So 150 would be the target. You will have a lot of resistance at the 50-day moving average of around 116. FRGT, the most important thing at this time, though, is what? Got to re-break this top. Are we reforming now? Are we basically making another ascending triangle pattern? Are we making another ascending triangle setup right here as we're getting tighter and tighter and tighter? FRGT is really the only play we need at this time. There is no other play that I see that has an opportunity. There's no other play that I see that has good momentum. Right now, 112 is strong resistance. If I want to, I can go ahead and look for shorts at that resistance line of 112. Maybe you look for shorts at around 113, 114, 115 with the 50-day moving average. If we do get the crack, we have room to fall back down to sub $1. FRGT, though, is still slowly holding its gains and moving its way on up. One trade today, one loss. One trade today, one loss. Also, as I stated, I did request my payout over on One Stop Prop. I'll let you guys know how that goes. So again, I just want to make sure everything's good and legit. You know, I do have a $100,000 account. I made $109,000 or $9,000. I'm requesting $3,000 payout out. So I'll see how long that takes and we'll go from there. We do still have the same exact thing as before. As long as we are above the purple line, we are still considered bullish. Now, traders, the big thing about today, if you are just joining, is Nvidia earnings. Nvidia earnings come out at 4:30 tonight. That is the only thing that people are looking at. Literally, that's it. People do not care about, you know, penny stocks today, to be frank with you. They care about what's happening with AI. What's happening with the AI world. Where are we at this moment here? FRGT still getting a little tighter. So far, give me the best answers. How can I trade this play? You guys want to know the best answers? Easy as this. Hey, where do I short or where do I sell? The best short or the selling entry or exit would be short here at the top, short here at the top, short here at the top. Where can I go ahead and look for dip buys? Dip buys, best entry so far is going to be dip buy here, dip buy here. Yes, we did get a crash, but it was a good dip buy and another little dip buy right here. If you are going to buy this play, hey, I'm going to buy FRGT. Try to buy somewhere near the bottom. If you are going to short this play, try to short somewhere near the top. If you are going to buy, have a stop loss in case we do crack. If you are going to short, have a stop loss in case we do break on out. Try to do your best to avoid anything in the middle. Avoid the middle. The middle is all mumbo jumbo. The outskirts is where you are going to have success. Does that make sense, everyone? The outskirts is where you have success. The mumbo jumbo is, you know, at the top and bottom. Alan just made $473. Nice work. Nice work. Right here, team FRGT, KZIA. What else do we have here? KZIA also trying to get a little pop. KZIA, this was one of the top dogs of today, right? KZIA, KZIA, what do you guys realize about this play? Every time it's hit the VWAP, little break of the VWAP and then a dump back on down. Look at this, VWAP crack, then dump. VWAP crack, then dump. VWAP crack, I wouldn't be surprised if this gets up to 880, possibly dumps back on down. So KZIA, just follow the past. Boom, boom. Watch for this one and maybe get a spike up to 880. KZIA might get a little pop and then maybe a reversal back on down from there. Let's see here for a second. I definitely, I don't want to overdo it either. I will say that right now. I don't want to over trade on a day that we know for a fact the majority of traders are all focused over on Nvidia. So I will say I don't want to go too crazy today. I definitely want to keep things tight. I'm also going to have a 3-loss limit. Now, what do I mean by that? Is if I lose 3 trades in a row, I'm done on my day. Because I just know, hey, you know what? I'm not, making sense. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So the thing is, like, if I go after KZIA for a short or if I go after it on a long and I lose, that's 2 trades in a row I lost. If I lose one more, I'm done. I always try to, put myself in good positions in that manner. Say, hey, I'm not going to hurt myself. Let me do things correctly. Let me do things right. KZIA, I think it's a little expensive, though. Yeah, KZIA, I'm not going to short that one. The shares are too expensive to short. Shares are too expensive. FRGT trying to stay alive, guys. FRGT trying to stay alive in this trend line. Right now at this moment here, let's make sure we're all good. Jake, short near the top and buy near the bottom. Great advice. And putting a laughy face. I don't understand. Is that you being sarcastic? I will tell you again, it's much better than buying at the top and shorting at the low. That's what we call an idiot trading strategy. That's what we call, again, the worst way to possibly trade. I will say the majority of traders who lose in the stock market buy at tops, expect to go up higher and lose. Buy at tops, expect for it to go higher and then lose. Yes, every single time you want to establish support and resistance. You want to figure out, again, where is the best dip buy and then enter there. You want to figure out where top resistance is and then short it there. Right? If not, you're this guy right here. Hey, let me buy at the top every single time. Dummy. Let me get in at the bottom at support. Genius. Hey, let's buy at the top. Dummy. Let's go at the bottom. Genius. Everyone likes to buy at the top. Everyone likes to buy after it's already moved, because the thing is, after we see a stock move, we now have confidence. If I see a stock spike up 100%, I say, yes, it's up 100%. Let me buy it. Everyone's making money. No, dummy. You're going to lose all your money. Oh, Bitcoin, it's spiking up to 120,000. It's the perfect time to buy. No, dummy. It's back on down to 90,000. Don't be the dummy. When stocks hit highs, you short them. When stock comes down to lows, you look for dip buys. Now, obviously, penny stocks can be different. Penny stocks can definitely have more volatile moves, or maybe it squeezes or so. But when we're talking about the overall stock market right here, if I'm looking at ORCL, let's go back to a monthly time frame. ORCL here, traders, or let's go weekly time frame. ORCL, guess what? I'm not buying at 340. I'm not being a dummy. I'm going to buy back down to 200. Genius. I am, again, not going to buy Meta when it's at 800. I'll buy Meta when it's back down to 500. Genius. I am not going to buy Tesla at 500. I'll wait for it to come back down to 300. Even MicroStrategy, MSTR, don't buy at 547. Buy it again 137. Don't wait until something to hit record highs before you feel good about it. Christopher, do you use level 2 data? Absolutely. That's what we're staring at right here. This is all level 2. Level 2 is extremely important. I have some free lessons over on my YouTube as well, if you guys haven't checked those on out yet. Just type in Sean Dekmar level 2. Sean Dekmar level 2. You are going to get some amazing content right here. How to read level 2 stocks. Make sure you guys go check that on out. FRGT. FRGT is tight. So, Deck, what would be a trade here? A trade would be short the top, stop loss if you hit a new high of the day. Right? We're still building higher lows, though. Still building higher lows. We do have room to run up to what area? Daily chart, 50-day moving average, 117. The best shorts, what was the high of the day? 115 so far. 115 is the top at this moment. Let's see here. It's still looking a little bullish to me. Don't you guys think? A little bullish at this moment. Little bit of a climb. Smell the flowers. Did you already talk about the Barron Trump 570 strike price, 280 put contract set to expire December 31st? I did not. Hey, drop a link. Smell the flowers. Drop a link. Fill me in. If you have an article on that, I would love to check it on out. FRGT, number one top gainer on the day. STEC, EPWK. FRGT still trying to hold up this uptrend here slightly. We should actually be reversing these colors. Should be bearish this side, bullish. Put it more in the blue. Right now getting tighter and tighter. Which way are we breaking here? Which way are we breaking in the ascending triangle pattern? As you guys know, go over to Google right now. Everyone type in ascending triangle setup. This is what can happen. When you take a look at this, compare the two. Does that look similar? Does it look like we're right in the corner right now? Now, usually when we get to a corner, that is going to lead towards a stock getting tighter and tighter and tighter until something dramatic happens. It doesn't always mean it's going to squeeze and spike, but all this volume is getting bottlenecked. All this volume is getting tight in a corner where we are only going to have one option or two options, up or down. So right here, we do have this ascending triangle setup where traders are essentially looking for that possible pop. Now, if it starts cracking, things can get ugly. Yeah, SCMR, again, SCMR is not going to do anything. SCMR got bought out at $12 per share. So it's just going to move all day at $12 per share. Great news, but it's not a hot mover. You know, you got to look for like FRGT. FRGT came out with news this morning at 9 o'clock. And FRGT, again, you know, if you got in at 9:10, if you got in at 9:30, if you got in at 9:50, you're in on the green. This is why it's so important, heads on up here, ladies and gentlemen, that every single person has Fox Runner. If you don't have Fox Runner, you probably would have missed this. FRGT came out at 9 o'clock right here. FRGT came out with the press release. Stock spiked 63%. It was alerted in real time the moment it came out. The moment it came out to the public, 9 o'clock. If you bought in here or here or here or here or here or here or anywhere here, you would have made money. Even if you didn't see it there, it was still alerted for you over in the current alerts here. At the time of FRGT, right when this one came on out. FRGT came on out, stock went on a very big spike. So this is what's so important. This is why having professional equipment is so great. I always tell traders this all the time. I say, guys, you could be the best race car driver in the world, but if you don't have a fast car, you're not going to win races. You have to be the greatest stock trader you can be. But if you do not have the best broker, if you do not have the best news scanner, if you do not have the best charting, unfortunately, you're not going to be successful. You're not going to be successful as a day trader if you have to call your broker and say, get me in and out. It won't work. You have to have the best equipment. That's why, again, trade ideas. Look at the link in the description. Click the link. Look at the link in the description. Fox Runner, click the link. Look at the link in the description. Cobra Trading, click the link. So that you guys are all good. One stop prop. One stop. Go ahead and get it. I will say this as well here, traders. Again, I like to support. I truly do. I love to support great companies. Trade Ideas, Cobra Trading, One Stop, Fox Runner. I like to, again, support these companies. I will say this again, which I am so excited about. I posted this yesterday over my Twitter. Little heads on up. FRGT is getting a small crack right now here, team. FRGT, small crack. But I did post this over on my Twitter yesterday where I said, I truly believe once this comes out, trading will be an ATM machine. If you can get breaking news sent to your phone and a real-time news scanner with real-time data, you'll be set. It will be hard not to make money. So I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but again, either today, tomorrow, or like Monday, Fox Runner is dropping their mobile app. Their mobile app is you are going to be able to see all the news on your phone, and you get to select keywords, and it will be pushed to your phone. You also have all the Fox Runner news alerts to your phone. This will be the first ever real-time data news scanner on your phone. So it updates automatically on your phone. You get to type in, oh, I want to see the word positive. Any press release with the word positive gets sent to your phone. You could be out surfing, you get a notification. You could be skiing, you get a notification. You could be in your bed, you get a notification. Positive phase 3 data. Fox Runner alerts it, positive phase 3 data, stock's starting to move. You get everything on your phone. So I am so excited for this app to be released right here. I'm jacked on up for that. I know, again, they've been working hard on this, so I'm pumped to be able to see this come on out. And that should be coming on out, I think, on Monday or tomorrow or whenever. So I'm pumped. I'm going to be downloading that right away, getting that on my phone, and I will never miss a play again. Also, I saw before as well, Fox Runner is also, they are getting a brand new open source, or not open source, they just made a partnership with a news source, I don't know what, but they said they are going to have 99% more news than any other, again, scanner out there. As in, they will never miss a press release. They're going straight to companies to get their press releases. So more news, everything. I'm pumped. I'm excited. That's something I'm really looking forward to. It's a digital world now. I am going to love the fact that I'm never going to miss anything. I'm on a date. All of a sudden, my phone starts springing. Bzzz, positive phase 3 data just came on out. Open up your broker. Buy. Good. Done. Guys, little heads on up. FRGT is back on the bearish side, but I'm going to adjust this slightly. This is where it seems like a lot of the bouncing has been. Bounce, bounce, bounce. I'm going to adjust the trend line slightly here. I'm going to adjust the trend line slightly right now. Traders, if we start cracking the VWAP, if we start going underneath, again, that $1 mark, we could easily sell on off. Bounce play, bounce play. Are we going to crack here? Now, again, I want to see if this thing dumps. Now, we are at the verge of either A, bounce, or B, sell-off. We are very close to that bounce right here, or if we start cracking, could we get that sell-off? That's like the hit or miss right now. I can, again, go after it and just keep it like super tight. Traders, you can see, again, we're starting to get a little bit of weakness. Guys, here comes a little bit of that weakness. $1, 101, right? See if we get a little bit of a dip buy and bounce. Traders, I'm going to get filled again. I'm getting filled again here. We are going to the bearish side of the chart. I'm getting filled right now at this time. Going to see if this could be a nice little reversal area. So I am at the price of $1. Essentially at the price of $1, down 30 bucks at this time. So, Deck, what are you looking for? I'm looking to see, is the trend line actually going to crack? Bounce play here, bounce play here. Just fell underneath $1, and the VWAP is holding up as strong resistance. I'm going to see, again, we can actually get a little bit of a sell-off on FRGT here. I want to see if FRGT can continue to fade and fall. Can FRGT actually turn into a dumping play at this moment? So FRGT, stock I'm in on right now. I can be able to get a few more shares if it does kind of get a little pop back on up towards 104 as well. So you pop up to 103. I'm going to add a little bit more. Pop up towards 104. Add a little bit more. Pop up towards, again, 102. Add a little bit more. Right now here, traders, going to see if we can actually get the pure rejection I'm looking for. Strong resistance, top resistance here. Going to see if we get a nice sell-off, be able to make back some money on the day. Again, we're down 470 bucks. With 4,000 shares, I need about a $10 drop. Not $10, 10 cent drop. With 4,000 shares, I need the stock again dropping about, back down towards 90 cents. 90 cents, I'll be able to recover my losses. So let's see if we can get that nice sell-off. You guys can see everything right in front of you. You guys can see, again, my trades, walking you through my ideas. You guys don't have to agree with me, but at least you can understand what I'm looking at. You guys don't have to do the same trade as me, but at least you can understand what I'm focusing on. Stock, again, has been having strong resistance at 104, 104, 104, 104, 104. Stock has for the first time cracking the bullish trend line, the uptrend. Stock now underneath $1 and underneath the VWAP and underneath the bearish trend line. I'm looking to see if weakness is going to take over. I'm going to look to see if we can start actually getting that fade. Can we get that fade as we fall back on down towards maybe the start of today, back on down to 93 cents or so? Now, the only issue I have with this play is that I'm not expecting much out of it. This is not a stock that's up 400% that is going to dump 30 cents. This is not a play that is, again, up $5 that's going to dump $2. This is a play that's up 50% that I'm looking to drop about 10 to 12%. So really, again, a winning trade on this, guys, is not going to be me making $1,000+. This is going to be me more just kind of eliminating the loss of $470. Does that make sense? So this is not a stock that's up 700% at this time. This is a play that I'm more trying to just kind of cut away at my loss slightly. If I can turn my loss into a $200 loss instead of a $400 loss, I think that's a win, you know? So I think it's going to take a little bit of time, but it's not going to be anything crazy today. As I said, no crazy moves today. Our number one top gainer in the entire stock market is only at 50%. Guys, our number one top gainer in the entire stock market is not up 500%. Again, over on, what is it, yesterday? OLMA. What did we have on OLMA yesterday? OLMA yesterday went from the price of $8 to $39. That's crazy. $8 to $39, short at $39, falls all the way down to $17. You short at 39 with 1,000 shares, fall down to 17. You're making $21,000. You're making crazy money, right? FRGT, unfortunately, this is not a crazy money day. This is, again, us trying to do what we can out of today. That's what this is. So please understand that. Please understand, again, this is not going to be, again, $20,000 days today. We're basically just trying to eliminate a loss if we can do that. So, I am not going to go any heavier. I am not going to force. I'm going to sit back and watch and see if we can get anything. Remember, tonight is the big night. Tonight, we do have Nvidia earnings. Tonight is going to be the time that traders are going to be focusing on and watching and seeing if this market can wake up. Now, let's think about this, guys. If the S&P 500 reverses, or excuse me, if the S&P 500 spikes back on up starting tomorrow, we could be back right in the 670s. We get back in the 670s. We get back in 675. We have Nvidia with the good earnings. Everything gets pushed up. There's a lot of money to be made in the world. A lot of cash to be made. So SGBX, EPWK, FRGT. If anyone does have any questions, comments, concerns, right now is a great time to be able to ask. Snookaroo saying, my handsome man, I just got here. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. We're going to see if FRGT can eventually get this sell-off. Right now, it's slow and steady, though. It's slow. Right now, traders, this is the time that I think everyone should just take a step back, go get a margarita, sit down, put a little tiny umbrella in it. Hey, guys, it's the holiday season. We got November here. Thanksgiving right around the corner. We got, again, Christmas right around the corner. Should I put a couple orders in? Let me get a couple orders. Hey! Enrique! Yes, we're gonna have... Yeah, I'm gonna have... Yep, a double. A double classic. Double classic margarita. Yep. Right on my desk. Right on my desk. Thank you. Beautiful. Beautiful. FRGT. Let's see if this play can eventually get that sell-off and kind of make ourselves our profit back. Guys, we're starting to get a little bit more weaker. Now, does anyone else do this? Am I the only one that does this, guys, where I write out where bullishness is. I write out where bearishness is. I, again, post where my support lines are. I post where my resistance lines are. I know where I need to get out. So, like, for instance, unfortunately, if we start going back up to 106, I'm out. But me literally writing them out, I can't mess up. Now, again, I will say, I do not win every single trade. I win a lot, but I don't win every single trade. But I know where I need to get out. I know where. If this one starts breaking above, 105, 106, I need to move on because it's starting to go back in the bullish category. If it stays bearish, I'm okay. So again, if you guys don't do this, write out where there's more buyers and where there's more sellers. Who's in control? Because it's going to help you limit your losses. I don't know anyone. I don't know one person in the world who has ever blown up an account by taking small little paper cuts. Lose 100, lose 200. Lose 100, lose 200. That doesn't happen. Do you know what usually happens for every single person in the world who has blown up an account? Is they do this. They lose, right? Let's say again, let's say they start off with, Deck, I'm starting off with a $5,000 account. Most people do this. Lose one trade. Lose another trade. Lose another trade. Lose another. You start saying to yourself, hey, I'm keeping it nice and tight. I've gone from 5,000 down to 4,200. I'm just doing small losses and I'm keeping it tight. But then you start getting frustrated. Then you start getting emotional. Then you start saying, hey, I keep losing every single time. Screw it. I'm holding on to one. And then, boom, here's your account. I don't know anyone who has ever blown up an account by constantly taking and having stop losses. Every single person that I know that has lost all their money in the stock market eventually turned it into one big lottery ticket and say, hey, I'm just holding and whatever happens, happens. I don't know anyone in the world who has ever placed actual stop losses and then moved on from it when, again, it actually hit. Every trader I know eventually gets frustrated enough to where they say, oh, I'm just going to hold it and screw it. I'm a long-term investor now. That's not the right way to trade. Let's see here, guys, if we can limit this loss. Let's see if we can make back a little bit of that $400 loss on this day. Kyle, hey, if I want to dip my toes over and again stock trading, where do I want to look? First off, Kyle, you're a man. Don't ever use that analogy again. I don't want to think about some random guy on the internet dipping his toes. I'm dipping my toes right now. Again, let's cut that out of your vocabulary right now. All right? No more dipping your toes in anything. Second off, where do you want to go? Just head on over to my YouTube. It's 100% free. Go over to Sean Deckmar. Type in, again, videos right here. And watch this video. Teaching you everything you need to know about how to become a day trader part 1. I will tell you right now, there are people out in the world that charge $4,000, $5,000 for bootcamp videos. This video will teach you more than a $5,000 video. If you click here, it'll bring you to the next one as well. This is everything you need to know about how to become a day trader part 1, everything you need to know about how to become a day trader part 2. If you watch these 2 videos, I can guarantee you will learn more than 99% of other courses that you're spending thousands of dollars for. It makes me a little angry, to be honest, that if I took this course right here and I put a price tag on it of, let's say, $5,000, people would then buy it and then people would then watch it because I put a $5,000 price tag on it. But since I put it out for free, people don't think there is as much value. It's like almost making me want to take it off just as a mental experience, like as a mental scientific, like marketing, I don't know, like experiment. I want to take this off YouTube, put it up for $5,000 and see how many more people buy it and watch it because there's a high price tag on it. So people take it more serious. But if I give you a $5,000 thing for free, people don't watch it because they say, oh, it's free. It can't be as good. No, that's just not my style. My style is I'd rather just give you guys everything I possibly can for free. So make sure you guys check those on out. Make sure you guys watch those if you have not yet. I want to, again, always give you guys everything I can. As you can see at this time, it is currently 10:25 in the market. rather slow here, traders. Let's go through these top gainers. ZYXI, anything? No. FRGT, anything? No. KZIA, anything? No. SGBX right now, anything? No. EPWK, anything? No. Every single person is just focused right here, team, saying today's the big day. Nvidia earnings. Nvidia is going to set the tone on what's going to be happening and what's coming on up. What is expected from Nvidia earnings? Expectations are high. Analysts widely anticipating EPS be around 125, 126. We know, again, this is the guidance. These are the numbers. Every single person is excited over on Nvidia. Every single person wants this on Nvidia. That is tonight. FRGT, I do want to see if we can get that sell-off here. We keep coming on down to the price of like 97 cents and then bouncing off of it. Guys, we want to get the crack here. Let's see if we can get the crack here. Remember, let's try to make, $200 plus and try to eliminate, the best we can of that loss. Notice what's happening, guys. We keep having support right at that 97-cent mark. It's kind of like a little bit of a downtrend. Like, we got to crack this little support line. And that's all psychological. Buyers are seeing we hit the VWAP, we fall back down. We hit the VWAP, we fall back down. We hit the VWAP, we fall back on down. I want to see that 97-cent crack. Unfortunately, though, here, team, I'm going to be frank with you. I feel like right now I'm in on this play. And if it goes back above the VWAP, I'm going to get out. Just because it's not worth it. We're up 50%. The most I'm trying to do is make $200 to try to just limit my loss. I don't think I need to, again, keep holding and, again, understand market conditions. Don't put yourself in a position where you can lose. I think if this one does not dump in the next few moments, I'm just going to get out and move on. And the reason why I'm going to say that is say, hey, keep my losses tight. I went after a trade. I looked for, again, some action. We were able to make, again, $1,000 earlier this week. Yesterday, again, we lost $10. We're still up $500 on the week. Let's not throw it away by forcing trades when the biggest earnings of the entire world is happening in 4 hours. So if this thing even gets above the price of 101, I'm just going to get out. I'm going to move on from it. Okay? Right here, team, if it can dump and we can fall sub 97, we can eliminate some of our loss, and that's going to be beautiful. But I'm just giving everyone the heads up. I'm not going to take unnecessary risks. I'm not loading the boat today. Tomorrow, Thursday, we can load the boat. Friday, we can load the boat. Again, we've been going after this for the last 3 hours, giving you guys everything you need to be successful. I want to see a crack. I want to see a dump just like you guys do. But I'm not forcing. I'm not going to overtrade. And I'm not going to gamble. I'm not going to be a guy wearing a Hawaiian t-shirt asking my wife to take out $200 to gamble on blackjack and lose it 10 seconds later. I'm not going to be a loser. I'm not going to, again, just hold and hope. I'm not going to, again, hopefully buy a lottery ticket. I'm going to have a game plan, stick to the game plan. I'm going to see if we can drop underneath 97 cents. I'm going to hold it. If it can't break 97 cents and we start popping, I'm moving on. I'll take paper cuts. I'm not going to take punches. I will take paper cuts. I'm not going to get amputated. I will take paper cuts. I'm not going to, again, get a watermelon shotgun bullet in the chest. Right here, explaining every single trade for you guys. Park Us 4 said, Deck, I'm in on a 114 short. 114 short's not bad at all. 114 short's an amazing short. $1 still trying to hold, and that's 97 cents. Guys, I'm locking it up here. I'm out. Taking my loss. Moving on from this. Taking my loss. Not going to, again, force. No forcing. Wait till the video wakes this earnings on off. Not going to force it, even if it's going back above the VWAP here for a second. Hey, traders. An absolutely incredible morning. 7 a.m. we kick off the live stream. We go until we're finished. And right now we are getting to the point that we are almost finished. Do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns? Please let me know. Type it out in the chat right now if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys need, I want to help. Anything that you guys need, I want to make sure you guys are growing and learning, becoming better. If it's, again, skincare treatment, I want to help. If it's hair, how to be able to do the styling, I want to help. But I am going to keep my losses nice and tight. I'm not going to, again, do anything unnecessary. Traders, this is why I also got out as well. Breaking the VWAP, buying volume is going to move this thing back on up towards the uptrend. No reason for me to put myself in a bad play. No reason for me to force. No reason for me to hurt myself. Nvidia tonight, short or long? I don't know. 50-50, guys. What do you guys think? Tonight, Nvidia, is it going to beat expectations? Is the market back? Or Nvidia, is it dumping on down? Is Nvidia going to crash? Is Nvidia going to get weak? Is this the end? Kyle, let's say you had $500,000 to start trading. How much would you play with to learn? 0. I will tell you right now what's the way to be successful in stock trading, and most people won't listen. If you want to be successful in stock trading, I will tell every single person right here and right now. It is something that I've said multiple times before in the past, and I want to make sure that you guys completely get it, engage right now. All right? How to be successful. Let me again make sure you guys are all good. All right, awesome. So, how to be successful. If you want to actually make money in the stock market, number 1, paper trade. Paper trade is the act of trading stocks with fake money. Because think about this. You will suck at first. Doesn't mean you will suck forever. But you will not be good at first when you first start stock trading. This does not mean you are going to be bad and not be successful. But if I've never picked up a basketball, don't expect that I can hit 3-pointers. If I've never picked up a baseball bat, expect I'm going to strike out every time. If I've never strapped on a pair of skis, I am going to fall and I'm going to be on the bunny hill. If I want to be an expert, I have to put in work. If I want to be hitting dingers, I need to, again, be able to do batting practice. Somewhere down the line, people expect, oh, let me invest $10,000 in a Robinhood account and I'm going to start making money. Wrong. You're going to lose all your money. So why don't you lose all fake money first? It's everything in life. No one picks things up automatically and is great. I don't know how to speak German. I can't go to Germany right now and be mad that I don't know how to do it. It takes a year of practice. If you want to be a great stock trader and you're new, paper trade for the first 3 months in a row or until you can get 3 months of green. Taking it serious. Not again doing a $100,000 account. Do what you have in real life. A $3,000 paper trading account. Trade until you win 3 months in a row. If you lose 1 month, you're back down to 0. Win in April, win in March, lose in June, you're back to 0. Win in July, lose in August, you're back to 0. Win in September, lose in October, you're back to 0. 3 months in a row. People say, I don't want to do that long. I want to do it now. Guys, that's your decision. That's your money. Don't be upset if you lose it all. Right? If you want to be a doctor, you go to school for 8 years. If you want to be a lawyer, you go to school for 8 years. If you want to be a teacher, you go to school for 4 years. Hey, I want to be a stock trader. I want to make millions of dollars. Okay, let's go ahead and paper trade for 3 months. No, screw that. I'm putting the money in right now. Okay, have fun losing. I cannot force you to drink. I can only bring you to the watering hole. I can only tell you exactly the right way to do it. And even though I have this speech, even though I say this, 99% of people will start trading too early. And that's why people call it a scam. That's why people say, again, I don't like this. This is why people say I lose all my money. You can't be successful without doing work. It doesn't make any sense. Watch the lessons I have on Tradecaster. Watch the lesson that we have on YouTube. Show up every single day on the live stream. Be, again, communicative. Talk, ask questions. Watch me trade. Watch others trade. Figure things out. Then trade. I guarantee you will know more about stock trading in a year from now than you do right now. So why are we, again, throwing away real money? You guys can come on over here to Tradecaster.com, where I live stream every day. Click the video section in the video library and watch our boot camp. Watch level 2 boot camps, how to short boot camps, entries and exit boot camps, indicator boot camps, candlestick boot camps. If you have not watched every single one of these videos, what are we doing? Why are we trading real money? Well, Deck, I want to get rich. Cool. So does everyone else. So again, if you have not, sign up to a free 7-day pass on Tradecaster. Sign up to a free 7-day pass over on Tradecaster right here and right now, and you guys will have access to the boot camp. Watch the lessons, watch the channels, and you guys will be all set. I say this not to put you down. I say this to lift you up. I say this to be realistic. I am not here selling you a dream. I am here, again, telling you how to do this right. So again, for me, at least for me, this is how I've always been motivated. I've been motivated in my entire life by, again, I would rather have someone be real with me. I've been motivated my entire life by, again, people, again, more putting me down and me overcoming those. I would rather, again, face my demons straight on and say, all right, let's go, and be able to see who comes out on top. I don't want to be pampered. I don't want to say, oh, yeah, don't worry, you can do it. Hey, you just lost $20,000. Just keep doing what you're doing, sweetie. No, I want someone to tell me you suck. You lost all your money. Figure it out, or, again, get out. And, again, maybe that's not the right style for you. But, again, that's how I'm going to show it. That's how I'm going to be real, because I don't want you guys losing money. I want to be blunt and tell you exactly the right way to do it. So, I don't know. I'm fired up, traders. I'm fired up. I'm sick and tired of seeing so many people losing the stock market every day. Hey, I'm wishing every single person the best. I'm wishing every single person success. I'm wishing every single person the absolute, again, incredible life that's right around the corner for them. Guys, I love you. Guys, I appreciate you. And I do want to say thank you so much for everyone who has joined us on this day. You guys have been fantastic. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been absolutely tremendous in every way. Thank you, traders, for today. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this morning. No trades. Let's see what we get this afternoon with Nvidia. Come on over here to tradecaster.com. Sign up right now, and let's get working. Tradecaster, I'm going to throw on the lunch hour scanners. Hope you guys have been loving the live streams every single day. Me, you, and Chaz, baby, getting after it. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Help me wrap this thing on up. Let's do it, traders. Hey, if you just showed up, 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, we are back. I'll see you guys then. Nvidia earnings tonight, gonna get crazy.